Hey everybody, welcome to yet another edition of everybody's favorite fucking show, Flash Fried. Okay. We got a lot of stories today, so let's just jump right into this shit. Just jump right.
I'm
into
having a cup of
jump right into the shit.
I'm having a cup of hot piss.
We have to just unceremoniously jump into the shit heap right away.
Just jump right into it. Fuck it. We don't need no banter. We don't need no bullshit. Just jump right into the shit heap. Paul's drinking his piss. We're already a little late because my fucking stupid bank is a fucking retard, but whatever.
Your bank loves you, TJ. They love you.
I need to fucking work on this R slur shit since that's no longer acceptable. Can't call nothing retarded anymore.
Your F slur shit too.
Yeah.
F slur. Every slur under the sun.
Slur,
TJ,
R
don't
slur.
you ever use the word
F
retarded.
slur,
TJ.
R
Using
slur,
the word
blah,
retarded
blah,
is
blah.
not acceptable anymore. It's not acceptable.
I know.
Do not use the word retarded, TJ. Do you hear me?
I won't.
Never use the word retarded ever again in my presence. Do you understand me, TJ?
I understand, Scotty. I understand.
All right.
It's a shame, too. It's a shame. It's an especial shame that I can't use it in your presence in particular, Scotty.
I know, right? Because I am retarded, in fact. Which is why it's okay for me to say it. People go, well, you're saying it. I'm like, well, I'm actually retarded. So, I take issue with that.
All right. So
Dude,
first...
check it out. Check out what I can do with my beard now, TJ.
Oh.
It's getting there. Like I want to put beads in it now.
That's cool.
I want to put like beads in it.
Get you some Mardi Gras.
You should do the what was that dude, that fucking wrestler that used to put all kinds of crazy shit in his beard? What was his name?
Captain Lou Albano.
Yeah. And he played Mario in the fucking Super Mario Brothers Super Show and shit.
Anyway, love that show, dude.
So this is from the Smoking Gun. Police. Brutal Yelp reviews prompted attack. I love how the attack is not brutal, but the Yelp reviews are. You know what I mean?
That's a strange way of wording it.
This must have been some hell of a Yelp review to get physical into a physical altercation with somebody.
Well, here's the reviews right here. I'll read them before I even read the story. I wouldn't call this barbecue. Hell, I wouldn't feed it to my dog. Maybe the owner should spend less time threatening customers and more time learning to cook properly. And then under a different name. Worst customer service in Florida. Not a great idea to threaten your customers due to you serving garbage barbecue.
Damn.
Apparently,
those are pretty brutal.
Apparently, this guy, this owner, does more than threaten. Though he'll come to your house and beat your fucking ass. So incensed over a pair of
the owner, man, he fucking he ain't gonna take it lying down.
No, he follows through with his threats. Incensed by a pair of scathing reviews on Yelp, the owner of a Florida barbecue joint last night allegedly physically attacked his suspected online critic, according to cops who arrested the restaurateur. Investigators charged that Daniel Aarons, 60, jumped atop the male victim and struck him several times while outside a residence in Largo, a city in the Tampa Bay area. Aarons, seen at right, was arrested for battery and booked into the county jail. He was released from custody early this morning after posting $500 bond on a misdemeanor charge. According to an arrest affidavit,
misdemeanor battery.
Yeah. The confrontation Tuesday evening began when the victim, whose name has been redacted by police, arrived at the Largo home. The victim is apparently the son of Aarons' girlfriend. Oh, shit. So these guys actually know each other. The victim, cops reported, sought to speak with his mother about threatening communications sent to him by Aarons. In addition to texts, Aarons allegedly called the man several times in regard to wanting to beat his ass about a restaurant review. So these two know each other outside of this restaurant shit, but this dude just like, fuck him, I don't like him. I'm gonna fucking trash his restaurant on Yelp.
Yeah, it sounds like he hates him. So he's like, I'm going to go write some bad Yelp reviews. And that does affect people's business. So this guy's like, fuck this dude. He's fucked with my goddamn money now.
So here's if you guys want to go support this barbecue joint, is called Georgia Boys Barbecue, I guess. It's just right there. You can go and...
What's the Yelp of it? Is it actually, is it positively reviewed beyond that?
I did not think to check into that.
You should.
Yeah, I want to say, is it just like... are there a couple garbage reviews, or is it like mediocre? Or is it
I'm looking right. I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm going to Yelp right now. What's the name of this fucking joint?
Georgia Boys BBQ. TJ's doing right now. Let's see.
I'm doing it.
Is he? Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, we found it.
Here it is.
All
it's
right.
Florida. I think this is it.
Looks like it.
Let's see. This is in Florida, right? Yeah. I'm assuming that there's probably only one Georgia Boys fucking barbecue in Florida.
About 3.5.
3.5 stars, 29
Well,
reviews.
let's go down and see the reviews.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see if we can find those.
Yeah, that's definitely the joint. You can see the big field.
Yeah, so you got an elite person saying it's actually pretty good.
Worst customer service in Florida. Not a great idea to threaten your customers due to your serving garbage. Yep, this is it. Here's the two negatives.
Dude. Well, I'll say the first 3 looked suspect, dude.
Yeah.
I recommend you go to BBQ place in Safety Harbor down the road. Okay, the first 3 are just garbage.
I mean, okay,
these other ones seem more legit.
All right, so here they are in order of like shit.
Right.
So I mean, the most reviews are mostly positive, but there's some, there's like obviously it's being taken down a lot by those like few 1-star reviews, some of which seem suspect.
I mean, it seems like the locals kind of like it, and it seems like a lot of people like they're out of state. Besides, obviously that dipshit that fucking decided to.
I'm from South Carolina, so my standards for barbecue may be a little high, but I absolutely couldn't eat it. First sign of a bad deal was when he went in the fridge and got the coleslaw from a container that was purchased from Walmart. I should have left then, but I decided to be hospitable. Hospitable, fuck you. The piece of brisket I tasted was cold and hardly seasoned, so I trashed the entire box, thinking if I eat this and get sick, it's my own fault. I'm a little disappointed that this little hole in the wall didn't live up to the hole in the wall reputation.
Okay. Thanks, Shakespeare.
Listen here, boy. I'm from South Carolina now, and maybe this is what passes for barbecue down here in Florida, but in South Carolina, we got a little something called standards, boy.
Like 18 different states claim to be like the barbecue capital of the U.S.
We got the best barbecue.
We know real barbecue. What are you talking about? North and South Carolina have barbecue on lockdown. No, it's got to be Tennessee.
Tennessee barbecue is the true barbecue.
Memphis barbecue, boy. We practically invented the fucking art of barbecue.
Meanwhile, the best barbecue is actually in Rhode Island. Who knew?
Who knew?
But, yeah. So, this place, if you want to go fucking get served food by a psycho that beats the shit out of people, here you go. Free promotion.
Yeah.
Georgia
Boys
Barbecue in fucking St. Petersburg Drive in
and they're open
Oldsmar,
now.
Florida. Yeah, of course they open now.
Georgia Boys BBQ.
Let's take a look at this fucking shit. That looks all right.
It's okay.
Yeah,
is there like a gallery? It's just like a bunch of one photos.
Yeah, there ain't too much about it.
See, I don't necessarily want to see this bitch that's fucking preparing the food. You know what I mean?
Nah.
I better be careful. That might be his wife. He might come beat my ass.
He's gonna. As soon as he gets out of jail for beating
far.
this other dude's ass.
He's like, all right. I mean, they said he's already released on $500 bond, so he's coming.
He's probably on the way now.
Hey, dude, I didn't say nothing about his barbecue. If he wants to come kick my ass, he's certainly welcome to try.
Oh, Scotty's going.
I don't know if this
I'm internet tough guy, dude. Come on. He's 60. I got him.
Yeah.
I don't know if this place is good or not, but I do always enjoy when mouthy online people talk a bunch of shit and then get like somebody shows up and asks them to keep talking the shit. Like that's like a personal favorite thing of mine. So yeah, I'm in this guy's side.
That's not a great thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, you're a professional internet shit talker. You shouldn't like that.
Scott, Paul, what do you think? You beat this guy's ass? Yeah, I'll beat his ass anytime, anywhere. It's me, Paul. Damn. All right. Well, Paul's challenging him to a fight, guys.
We're professional internet shit talkers, so I gotta take the side of not doing that personally.
Yeah. Probably a bad idea.
What's that sign say? Facebook in Oldsmar or whatever the fuck. Thanks for whatever. I don't care. So yeah.
I mean, look, it looks fine. I mean, it doesn't look like the best barbecue you're ever gonna fucking have, but does it look like shit? No.
They got pot brownies there. That's cool. They got the Blues
sweet.
Brothers up on the wall.
I love this place.
All right, that looks pretty good.
I mean, it doesn't look bad.
It just kind of looks standard. That macaroni looks dry.
It doesn't look like great. It doesn't look horrible. Kind
of
looks
like
rice
pilaf, not macaroni.
Oh, this.
Now I'll tell you what. I know some barbecue places right here in Louisiana blowing this motherfucker out of water, boy.
Oh, is it macaroni?
That's macaroni.
I guess it is macaroni. Yeah, it does look dry.
Yeah,
Looks
I don't know.
fine.
Actually, the more I look at the food here, I don't know.
All right.
maybe
Some
Right.
ribs look good.
maybe
That looks
Sean
good,
Hart was
yeah.
onto something.
That's like what, some potato salad? Looks all right.
Yeah, it looks taste.
I wouldn't even bother taking a picture of that. But the beans look like they got a little bit too much juice in them.
I mean, there's some country style beans right
Cornbread.
there.
Cornbread. This dude looks legit. That dude looks
Oh
like
yeah, when I see this dude, I feel like
that looks like a guy that should be working at this barbecue joint.
Is he the dude that showed up and whooped somebody's ass?
No. No, the
Oh.
dude that showed up and whooped someone's ass was a white dude, so.
Oh, okay.
This dude's the guy that fucking pulls you out back and like, you gotta shine to you.
You see, wait a minute.
Some
Scatman
people
Crothers
shine.
now?
What's that?
awesome, dude. You gonna tell me I got the shine? Give me
Yeah.
an ice cream sundae.
Yeah.
Would you like some chocolate ice cream? Would that make you feel better?
It's like, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it sure would. All
I
right.
mean, yeah, it would. Fuck.
Mad Max spinoff cast Anya Taylor-Joy, Chris Hemsworth, and Yahya Abdul-Mateen II.
So Anya Taylor-Joy is the lead in The Witch,
The Witch.
and she is. I guess they're recasting Furiosa, which I don't know that I like.
And they didn't write a Chris Hemsworth. They wrote Christ Hemsworth.
They did.
Where?
Whoa, I
It
didn't
says
know.
Chris here.
I knew he was Thor, dude. I didn't know he was Jesus too.
Where is he? Christ.
Look at it. Look at the top.
I'm looking at the top.
The-
It says Chris right
No,
here.
the one beneath it.
Okay.
Christ Hemsworth.
Oh, shit. You're right.
There it is.
It's not Chris Hemsworth, ladies and gentlemen. It's Christ Hemsworth.
Christ
Christ
Hemsworth.
Hemsworth. There he is.
We have his pinky though, so he might have issue with us.
Oh, shit. Anya Taylor-Joy is cast as young Furiosa in the Mad Max spin-off movie. The character of Furiosa first appeared in 2015's Mad Max Fury Road, portrayed by Charlize Theron. Thanks to Theron's memorable performance, Furiosa became an instant audience favorite, with many considering her to be the real star of Fury Road. I mean, yeah. Due to her
She is.
popularity, there's been talk of a Furiosa solo film for the past handful of years, with the project finally starting to gain some traction back in May. Mad Max director George Miller confirmed a Furiosa prequel was in the works, but there's a catch. Theron won't be returning for the Mad Max spinoff, meaning her iconic role will be recast. Earlier this year, names such as Jodie Comer and Anya Taylor-Joy were reportedly being considered to star, and now Mad Max cast is starting to round into shape. Not only has Miller found the new Furiosa, a couple of other high-profile actors have signed on as well. I guess that's the story here is basically this recast. Now, I think that I pretty much agree when they say here that Furiosa became an instant audience favorite, with many considering her to be the real star of the road. And then they said before, thanks to Theron's memorable performance. So I
Right.
remember this chick from The Witch, and she was good in The Witch. It was a very different character than Furiosa, obviously. So it's kind of hard to gauge how she'd be. Now I'm already pretty sour on prequels. I'm not really a big prequel fan. I like a sequel. Even then, I'm usually kind of like, I don't know. But I mean, Mad Max is a franchise. You know,
with a prequel.
it fucking kind of keeps going. I mean, like, prequels don't have to be bad, but sometimes I feel like it sucks the tension out because you know there's really no risk of the character dying or something.
TJ. Prequel's no good.
Well, the problem is that I know, like, you know, there's no possibility of, like, you know, they could kill off this fucking character, you know?
Yeah, you kind of know. There's things you know. If like Furiosa's obviously, you're like, no matter what she gets into, you're not gonna be like, well, they're gonna get her. I mean, it doesn't
Now,
make
she was
any
missing an
fucking
arm
sense.
in the movie, right? So if we see her with two arms in this movie, we know, like, at some point in this movie, she's going to lose her fucking arm. So that's spoiled. I mean, there's just, like, there's too many built-in spoilers with a prequel for me a lot of times. But
I can understand that. I don't really mind them.
Yeah.
As long as the prequel's done good, as long as it like adds to the story of a movie that I liked, I'm willing to, you know,
yeah, I mean, if
go
it's,
with that.
that's fair enough. And I mean, I'm not
Well, I remember
totally
we covered
against it or
this
anything,
on
but-
the longest wait episode for
Uh-huh.
movies and stuff. So I mean, hey, as long as it gets made and it's made, is George Miller gonna direct it?
I mean, he's obviously involved considering he's confirming it. He's pretty old. I don't know if he's still capable of directing, But I didn't think he was in 2015 either. But then he fucking came out with Fury Road. And I was like, oh shit, okay, I guess he is.
Well, yeah, I hope that honestly, I mean this is cool, but I really hope there's a follow up to Fury Road. But I just don't know. I mean, she had so much time to work on.
Yeah, and well, the other thing
that
too
concept.
is the other thing about this that this recasting is like kind of a bummer because Charlize Theron was so good in that role. And,
I mean,
I agree.
You can't really have her play a younger version of herself, though.
Right. I mean, obviously she can't. Yeah, especially not 5 years later. But I mean, I just kind of wish that they were going the sequel route and kind of continuing her story at some point in the future, rather than visiting the past of the character. But
I mean, the thing they set up with the Fury Road, though, I think it would be interesting to see a prequel. I'm not necessarily against a prequel because I mean, I think there's so much interesting stuff we can find out about.
I mean, I'm never against any sort of, if I can take a little foray into the Mad Max wasteland, I'm always down for that trip. So yeah, I mean, I'm still excited about it. And if George Miller is directing, I'm more excited about it.
And the movie has Christ in it, so I mean,
right? I mean, Christ Hemsworth is in the fucking thing, so that's gonna be fun. All right, so on to some fucking.
Woo!
So that was my two lighthearted stories to kind of like ease us in, but now we're gonna go into the real shit. It's all. There's like a giant block of horrible shit now. So just, there you go.
Great.
What's more horrible from the perspective if you want humanity to succeed and live relatively carefree lives?
Well, I mean, like,
it's
horrible. You
want humanity to suffer.
It's horrible from the perspective of, do you live on the planet currently? If you do, this is probably not going to be the best.
Think about the lush wildlife that could live here in 10 million years, TJ. They won't be worried about a wildfire that happened 10 million years ago. So from that perspective, it's great.
Fair enough. California braces for renewed fire threat from windy weather. Dry, windy weather posed an extreme wildfire risk Wednesday in Northern California, where massive blazes already have destroyed hundreds of homes and killed or injured dozens of people. The National Weather Service issued a red flag warning for extreme fire danger from 5 a.m. Through Friday morning, with bone-dry humidity and wind gusts possibly hitting 55 miles per hour. Pacific Gas and Electric warned it may cut power Wednesday evening to as many as 54,000 customers in 24 counties. The renewed dangerous weather conditions developed as most of the huge fires that erupted over the past 8 weeks have been fully or significantly contained, and skies once stained orange by smoke were blue again. Preemptive electricity cuts are a strategy aimed at preventing fires from being started by damaged power lines that have been damaged or knocked down amid high winds.
They were never maintained by the company.
We really view it as a last resort option, said Mark Quinlan, the company's incident commander. The utility has also deployed generators and other measures to keep electricity flowing in some areas that might lose power during the outage, Quinlan said. About 33,000 homes and businesses could begin to lose power at 6 p.m., mainly in the Sierra Nevada foothills and northern San Francisco Bay Area, followed by 21,000 other customers 2 hours later in other portions of the Sierras and in the Bay Area, along with portions of California's Central Coast, PG&E said. The figures for affected customers range from more than 11,300 in Butte County, probably Butte actually, 6,000 in Santa Cruz County, and around 5,400 customers in Alameda County to just 10 in Yolo County.
Oh, dude, that's where you gotta live, Yolo County.
Yolo!
You only live once.
So basically, the gist of the story is that these fires that just started to get under control are now threatening due to these conditions to flare up once again when we've already had the worst wildfires
until they enter their rainy season. I'm sorry to interrupt you, TJ, but until they enter their rainy season in California, they have no chance of these fires being put out.
Yeah, that's true. That's just been the truth in the past in California. I'll tell you this. There's not much left around where I'm from to burn. So if these wildfires do crop up, I can take at least comfort in knowing that there's really no timber within 2,000 miles of my hometown and my parents. So, but yeah, this just means bad news, not only for the people that live up in these foothills, but the real tragedy of this is the medical tragedy that's going to happen as a result of all this smoke sitting in the valley forever.
Right.
It's almost impossible to trace the human damage that's been done already by these fires.
I mean, the
How
air
many
quality
people-
has been the worst in the world for months.
How many
So-
people with pre-existing respiratory conditions have ended up in the hospital and died as a result of the bad air there? How many people have developed respiratory conditions and are now seeking treatment for that because of this?
Oh,
You know what I
it's
mean?
massive damage.
There's no way to know. There's no way to know how many billions of dollars that is,
Yeah.
and that's
they've
not
done
even
studies.
including. Yeah, go ahead.
They've done studies on this, and it kills like hundreds of thousands of people a year die from like heart disease and other diseases associated with these very poor air quality. So I mean, you're right; it's going to kill hundreds of thousands of people that live in this area, ultimately, or at least be a contributing factor.
Yeah.
But there
Well, it
is
sucks for you
hope.
especially, Paul, because you have a personal connection to that part of the country, so it's different for you. You know, like we're talking about from an academic sense, like you have family members, tons of your family live there, so
Right.
Meet LA's firefighting robots. RS3 can battle flames too dangerous for humans. With its bright yellow armored body, grippy tank-like treads, plow nose, and water cannon, the Los Angeles Fire Department's latest piece of equipment looks more like a Star Wars sidekick than a firefighting assistant. But this mini robot tanker is an inferno buster that pack a powerful punch of water or foam and can go where firefighters otherwise can't. The LAFD on Tuesday became the first fire department in the nation to acquire the Robotic Systems 3, a droid on steroids. I hate whoever wrote this article. LAFD Chief Ralph Terrazas said firefighters put their lives on. I understand what firefighters do. Fucking piece of shit.
yeah, we understand.
11 some firefighters were injured because they fucking had to do shit that was dangerous. Right. Now firefighters can use RS3, a safer alternative in battling potentially explosive blazes, and it allows the department to get inside a burning building when humans could not dare enter safely. I can afford to lose one of these wonderful machines. I cannot afford to lose a firefighter, Terrazas said, admiring the control pad that remotely operates the firefighting drone. On Tuesday morning, as flames engulfed a pair of industrial textile buildings in downtown LA, firefighters did not enter alone. RS3 rode shotgun for the first time. So they've already introduced this thing into actual operations. As more than 130 firefighters battled the blaze, the droid got its first run maneuvering inside a fire so dangerous that department officials pulled crews from within. Terrazas said it used it plow. Man, whoever wrote this article was fucking smoking crack.
It's bots.
It's a robo article, dude.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think the robot would know not to do this. Plow front end to push its way into the burning structure. The robotic vehicle, the size of a smart car, can turn on a dime and fit through a set of double doors. So yeah,
I see.
Just a little firefighting robot.
I mean, that's awesome, honestly. I mean, to be able to get into those buildings and potentially save more lives and, battle these fires and not at the cost of a human life or save more human lives, that's definitely a positive development. So, I mean, and obviously this part of the country is going to need shit like technology like this and innovations like that to battle obviously persistent threat. Unless it's in its rainy season, there's just not a chance. I mean, LA and a lot of California are going to be battling fires constantly. And it's just a fact of life now. I don't see any other way to look at it.
LA in particular is really in trouble if these wildfires spread to certain areas, because LA is huge, as you guys know, having lived there, and incorporates tons of foothill timbered areas in its outskirts and suburbs and shit. So like Valencia, California, where Magic Mountain is, that's almost entirely in the foothills in a timbered area.
Yeah.
And that whole fucking shit could burn. You know what I mean? That whole town could burn.
Yeah, Santa Clarita. Yep.
Santa Clarita, sure. Yep. All of the high foothill kind of suburbs that are on the valley foothill, area. They're all in fucking the path of this shit. And Scotty's absolutely right. Until California gets its rainy season, which is up in the air, by the way. because California's experience is in the midst of a drought, so their rainy season might not even be enough to stop this shit.
Their rainy season might be
Dude.
like, rainy season is scheduled for 2028. You know, it's like, who fucking knows?
The worst part is looking at the stuff from climate scientists. I mean, they're saying that California is more than likely going to experience about 90 years of drought.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? No, look, obviously, no one can tell you what's going to happen, but the predictions for California right now are extremely negative as far as the ecological collapse. I mean, it's bad everywhere, but California, as far as this is concerned, it's not looking good.
Yeah, that's why we need to get artificial weather control.
Yep.
Yeah, that's about the only solution. If you're talking about that, yeah, let's just get the weather net from the Next Generation in Star Trek universe. Yeah, then we'll be fine.
Cue the 7 a.m. rain and the 7 p.m. rain. You know.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Well, good job, Louisiana. You done it. You done it, Louisiana. You done it again. Trans homicides reach tragic milestone with Louisiana woman's death.
Oh, this is from Taylor's neck of the woods, Shreveport. Yeah. Not doing too good.
2020 is officially the deadliest year on record for transgender Americans, with the death of a Shreveport, LA resident, Brooklyn Deshauna Smith, being the 32nd reported homicide. Smith was found dead in her apartment Wednesday afternoon, having suffered at least one gunshot wound, the Shreveport Times reports. She was 20 years old. Investigators are working to determine if gender identification was a factor in her death, Shreveport Police Sergeant Angie Wilhite said, according to local TV station KSLA. Shreveport police asked that anyone with information call detectives at 318. Well, there's a number on the screen. You can see it. Or the main number. There's numbers, blah, blah, blah. There's for tips. Until this year, 2017 was the deadliest year for trans Americans since media activists began keeping records, with 31 homicides reported. The actual figure for any given year is likely higher, given that many trans people are misgendered or dead named by police and media, or their deaths are not reported at all. More accurate reporting may be responsible for some increase in the numbers, but in any case, it's clear that there's an epidemic of violence against trans people, especially black women. The figure of 32 homicides in 40 weeks represents one every 9 days. The Human Rights Campaign noted since HRC began tracking trans homicides in 2013, it has documented 197, with 2/3 of victims being black women and more than 60% involving gun violence. HRC President Alfonso David issued a statement calling Smith's death a tragic milestone. He continued, each person was ripped from their family, their friends, their community by an act of senseless violence driven by bigotry and transphobia and inflamed by the rhetoric of those who oppose our progress. So good job, Louisiana. I should have known when I covered a similar story like a week or two ago that you would be the one to fucking break this record. You know,
gotta love Louisiana.
Yeah,
man.
I love it. Love it. Good
What
job.
a place.
You done
What
it.
a place.
You done it, Louisiana.
I'll tell
You
you
done
what,
it.
people say the rhetoric thing, and I'm sure that doesn't have a positive impact, but there's a lot of deep-seated issues with this stuff to begin with. So it's not like you have to dig far to find someone that's willing to to murder someone just simply because of their gender identity. You don't have to go very far.
I'm gonna murder you because of your gender identity, Scotty.
It's sadly fucking common. Like, it's sadly common for these women to be engaged sometimes as prostitutes or whatever, and then for men to fuck them and then kill them out of their own homophobia or guilt or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, whatever it is.
About getting off on somebody that isn't the gender identity they think they're supposed to be attracted to.
Or just feeling like I'm being tricked or something.
Well, TJ, I'm very fortunate that you said my gender identity and that no one gives a shit. I'm a cishet white male, TJ. Punish me. Flagellate me now.
Scotty,
no one cares about me.
You know you were born Scottina. Come on.
Oh, okay.
You know it. I'm sorry to
Well, I mean, I feel bad for you because even I was born Scottina, dude, I got a bigger dick than you do. So I don't know how that played out.
Brutal.
Right?
That's harsh.
Brutal. I was put in
I guess my clit dick is bigger than your regular dick, TJ.
Yeah, it happens a lot. It happens to me all the time.
Yeah, you know, these things happen, dude.
It's okay.
I have seen some clits bigger than TJ's dick before. Not to get too far.
So have I.
I've seen some enormous fucking clits, dude.
I mean,
they exist. Oh yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
The internet has showed me the fucking glory of the Lord, and there's some people out there with clits that fucking put my dick to shame, dude.
Oh yeah, I agree. What are you eating, Paul?
Banana bread.
There's
Dude, you guys
Listen,
always
there's a
have
big
banana
ass
bread. I'm not
twist out
banana
there,
bread.
there's a big
And Paul's
twist,
like,
real
yeah, I have
huge.
banana bread all the time. It's like, damn. It's like Paul just loves banana bread.
My
Can't get enough of
girlfriend
that
makes the best fucking banana bread that you've ever tasted, and so I constantly hound her until she makes it again. You know?
Oh, I see.
Banana bread.
Paul's like a
You're like,
crackhead.
go
with
slave away in
banana
the
bread.
kitchen. Make me more
Yo,
banana bread.
You
You
got any
asked
more of
the
that
TJ for the
banana
banana?
bread? You got any more of that banana bread?
Straight from TJ's butthole to your mouth.
But yeah, so I mean, this continues to happen. I don't know what anybody can actually do
Yeah,
about
we've
it.
covered this week in, week out. This just seems like it's just a trend that's not going anywhere.
But at least there's everything else is going fine. Like overdose deaths rise, driven by illegal opioids and the pandemic.
I can't imagine why.
So, as we already know, opioid deaths were already sky high, but now they're just getting sky higher, I guess.
Well, we actually had a reduction or a sort of a plateau in them. So this is
that's
obviously,
over.
of course,
Drug
Yeah, that's over with
overdoses
the
in the
pandemic.
United States appear to be worsening in part due to the coronavirus pandemic. In 2016, the opioid crisis rose to near the top of the national agenda. Both President Trump and Hillary Clinton pledged to tackle the crisis, yet the problem has been less of a factor in the 2020 campaign, even though the evidence suggests it has gotten worse. Preliminary Centers for Disease Control and Prevention data shows that overdose deaths rose about 5.6% in 2019 to 71,148. The increase follows a decline of 4.1 in overdose deaths in 2018. The apparent increase in 2019 likely resulted from changes in the illegal drug market. Private sector and government efforts to limit abuse of prescription opioids succeeded in lowering overdose deaths in 2018, said Kenneth Leonard, director of the Clinical and Research Institute on Addictions at the University of Buffalo. But now the use of illegal opioids is likely driving overall deaths back up.
Give me a break.
This may be the result of heroin, fentanyl, and methamphetamines becoming more available in areas of the country that have been largely spared until recently, Leonard said. We saw a shift starting a few years ago when drug dealers began selling very potent fentanyl products that are relatively cheap to produce, said Dr. Wilson Compton, deputy director at the Federal National Institute on Drug Abuse. The potency of fentanyl makes it an easier to smuggle because only small amounts are needed to achieve a high, but the potency also makes fentanyl more lethal. The pandemic also seems to have worsened the problem. The Overdose Detection Mapping Application Program, a federal initiative that collects data from ambulance teams, hospitals, and police, found that overdose death jumped 18% in March from the previous March. April and May even saw an even sharper increases of 29% and 42% respectively. So we're not talking about a little jump here.
This is such a
when the 2020 numbers are fully in, if these numbers are correct here, if this is not just a cause, this might just be improvements in reporting, I guess. But if this is like an accurate reflection of the picture on the ground, then we might see a huge. I mean, that's a gigantic fucking spike. I mean, 42% is fucking insane.
Well, this type of drug abuse is escapism, and people have a lot to escape right now.
100%,
So. It's a sad statistic, but not at all fucking shocking to me.
No, it's absolutely not. Especially like doing this show, you really realize what all the shit people really do have to escape from too.
It's like Paul's right. It's escapism. It's total fucking despair for the conditions in this country. And it's a totally failed drug policy. It's saying we would rather have 70,000, 80,000, 90,000, 100,000 corpses from people ODing on drugs. So I'm not saying every one of those can be prevented, but we'd rather have that than a sane drug policy that deals with drugs in a rational way. We'd rather have morgues fucking filled to the brim and having to bring out tractor trailers to keep the bodies than admit our drug policies are total and utter objectively failed policies. We read these numbers. That's 70,000 fucking people that are dead from drug overdose, guys.
They're dead from drug overdose, but really, in my opinion, they're dead from at least a majority of them are dead from piss poor drug policy. And the reason that reason that drug policy doesn't change is because of police unions. Police unions are the biggest proponents of harsh drug laws, of course, because it means that they're constantly getting more funding to fight the war on drugs, right along with their sister fucking union, the correctional officers union, who They get paid more. Their jobs are more secure the more people they have piled into penitentiaries. So it doesn't behoove either the cops or the fucking penitentiary people to actually address this problem. It actually, the opposite is true. It's better for them with 100,000 people a year dying of drug overdoses, because of those that didn't die, that means that a bunch of them are in the system now.
Oh yeah.
And that
You're
and
right.
that translates to dollars for them. So
Just a shame, man.
just the way it is. I mean, people ask me why I want to get the fuck out of this fucking country, dude. This is why.
No,
It's insane. Like we not only do we lack a sane drug policy, we have an insane drug policy, and have my entire life.
That's a good point.
White Michigan man accused of attacking black teen with bike lock, yelling, "Black lives don't matter."
Fuck me.
The man is charged with federal hate crime over attack on an 18-year-old that knocked out several of his teeth and broke his jaw.
Oh.
A white man in Michigan faces a federal hate crime charge for allegedly attacking a black teenager with a bike lock, knocking out several of his teeth and breaking his jaw, yelling, "Black lives don't matter," among other racial slurs.
Well, obviously that's what he believes. I mean, he's a fucking psycho, dude.
Lee Muat, 42, was charged in the Eastern District of Michigan with assaulting Devin Freelon, 18, because of the teen's race, the U.S. Department of Justice announced Tuesday. The incident occurred on June 6th when Muat was, with his family, confronted a group of black teens he didn't know, including Freelon, in a parking lot at Sterling State Park, about 37 miles south of Detroit. The federal criminal complaint alleges, assuming a racial slur, Muat told the teens they don't belong on this beach, the complaint said. Witnesses said they heard Muat say that he would bash their heads if Freelon and his friends didn't lower their music, and heard him scream, "Black lives don't matter," the complaint said. One witness said Muat repeatedly called the group N-word, according to the complaint. Another witness said Muat also called the teens monsters, said he wanted to hit them with his cooler, and said, "I wish someone would say something to me so I can beat them." Muat approached them, and Muat and the young men began yelling at each other, according to the complaint. Muat walked to his vehicle and retrieved a chain bike lock, returned to the group of young men, and struck one of them in the jaw with the bike lock. Freelon, who was a high school student at the time, according to NBC Detroit affiliate WDIV, suffered a fractured jaw and lost several teeth in the attack, the Justice Department said in a news release Tuesday. Muat had previously been arraigned on June 9th by a county judge on state charges of ethnic intimidation, assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder, and assault with a dangerous weapon for the attack, according to NBC Detroit affiliate WDIV. He has not yet entered a plea in the state case and was being held in Monroe County Jail as of Wednesday morning with a pretrial hearing scheduled for October 30th. Muat has yet to appear before a judge for the federal charge. NBC News reached out to Muat's lawyers by phone on Wednesday morning but did not immediately receive a response.
So let me go ahead and make some assumptions here so that I can go on the rant that I desperately need to go on in response to this story.
Sounds good.
I'm going to go ahead and make the assumption that the story as presented here is true, that this man, in an unprovoked manner, decided that he was going to bust a teenager in the face with a bike lock.
Yeah.
Okay. So when this guy goes to trial, he will probably end up in jail. He'll probably end up serving some jail for a hate crime and assault with a deadly weapon and yada yada. They'll probably throw the book at this motherfucker, right?
Sure.
And he'll serve his time, and he'll come out, and he will not have learned his lesson. The only way a person like this will learn his lesson is if you get biblical on them. A good old eye for an eye and a good old tooth for a tooth is what people like this need. So he knocked a bunch of teeth out of this kid's mouth. Well, you really want to make sure that this dude learns that he not only can't do that, but that it's wrong to do that. He should be gaffled up, have a sack thrown over his head, be taken to some undisclosed location, and when that sack is pulled off of his head, he should be tied to a pole in the middle of a room, surrounded by young black men. And those young black men should each be wielding a bike lock. And they can work it out amongst themselves which one of them wants to make the strike. and they should bust his fucking teeth out. But that's not good enough because that will just engender more hate in him towards the black people, right? And that's not what I'm trying to do. So what I want to happen after his jaw and teeth are broken is I want him to get the best of medical care. Bunch of implants, get his jaw wired shut, get him all nice and healthy again. And then the day he's ready to come out of the hospital, when he stands up to get out of the hospital bed, throw a sack over his head, take him to a little fucking place out in the middle of nowhere. And when the sack comes off, he's surrounded by a bunch of black kids with bike locks and they bust his face again. How about that? What do you want to bet that the lesson is learned at that point? And guess what the expense is to the taxpayer? Not 10 years of housing this fucking racist shit so that he can end up in jail joining the fucking
neo-Nazis.
Joining the Nazis, getting even more violent and coming back out feeling like he did something good. How much do you want to bet after having his face busted twice? This motherfucker never raises his voice or his hand to a black person again. And if he still harbors any stupid, one-toothed, redneck, racist bullshit thought, I bet he keeps it to him motherfucking self after that. There you go.
Well, one would hope so. Yeah, I mean, this just reeks of someone that is dissatisfied with their life. So it's, someone is a little bit different from me. Oh, they don't need to be on my beach. They don't need to play their loud music. I mean, this guy was looking. This guy picked a fight. He was looking for a fight and he got one. And then, of course, he had a weapon. And, of course, he did more damage. He had a fucking goddamn lock and he hit someone in the face with it. I mean, this is just someone who's unhinged and unhappy with their own life and taking on everyone around them. You know, it's just the fucking easiest fucking goddamn trick in the book.
I think this guy was this dude was just fucking following the lead of Joe Biden, dude.
Oh, Joe Biden?
They're getting uppity. Better go get a length of chain and do like Joe Biden done to Corn Pop, you know?
But you know what? Joe Biden says in that story, even TJ, that he apologized to Corn Pop.
Well, you know, after he fucking broke this kid's jaw, he looked down at him fucking as he was bleeding from the mouth and shit, and he was like,
"Oh,
you know what?
He was sorry.
You know what?
Sorry you made me do this by being
black. You know what?
black.
I'm sorry about that. I had to do it, but I'm sorry."
This is exactly what's going to happen to this guy. He's going to get to jail. He's probably going to be scared out of his life. He's going to be sitting on the yard alone. And then all of a sudden, a bunch of burly white dudes are going to walk up to him and be like, "Hey there, Aryan brother. One of our boys pulled your docket, and good job with those jungle bunnies, man. Listen, you gotta fucking stick with your own in here, man. Come with us. We'll make sure that you're protected." And he's just going to get reinforced that taking a bike lock to an 18-year-old was the right thing for him to do. And when he comes out, he's probably going to do worse.
He's going to come out with a fucking swastika tattoo on his fucking his new prison pecs and shit, you know?
Bust this motherfucker's face open twice. And make it known that that's now the hate crime fucking sentencing. You don't get to go to jail anymore. You don't get to go to Club Fed where you get to turn into a more hardened criminal. You just get your face busted just like you did to the person. And because you're not going to learn the first time, you get it done twice. You make that known that that's the punishment, I bet hate crimes drop.
Damn, dude. Tyrant Paul. I never realized you had it in you, Paul.
I did.
You didn't?
You shall be hung by your
I was about to say, like, how the fuck did you not know Paul had that
from your body?
Like,
the dance on hot coals for our pleasure, and then till taken to time, then beheaded, your body drawn and quartered, your entrails pulled from your body. It's like, damn, dude.
To be honest with you, I think my proposition is better than this fuck deserves. You know what I mean? I think it's mercy.
Oh, damn.
It probably is better than what he deserves.
Paul grants you mercy. The crowd be like, "Oh, thank God, Paul's granting me mercy."
The mercy of having your face busted by a fucking bike lock twice.
Navy SEAL attacks Trump for tweeting QAnon Bin Laden body double conspiracy. I know who I killed. Former Navy SEAL famous for his role in killing Osama bin Laden has criticized the president for promoting a conspiracy theory that the former Taliban leader is still alive and a body double was shot. Which, yeah, Trump actually did that, I guess. Robert O'Neill, who claims to be the one who shot, one who actually shot and killed bin Laden during the raid in 2011, posted a series of tweets attacking the president and those who believe the claim. Very brave men said goodbye to their kids to go kill Osama bin Laden. We were given the order by President Obama, O'Neill treated. It was not a body double. Thank you, Mr. President. In a follow-up joke, he added, shit, I just found out that I killed Osama bin Johnson. Drinks are on me, I guess. What
the fuck, dude?
You know, you got to find a little humor in any situation. How dare you say I didn't kill the man I killed, you son of a bitch. Oops, actually, it turns out I did kill the wrong motherfucker. Sorry. In response to one account, O'Neill wrote, I know who I killed, homie, every time. And then here's another one. I don't know what this fucking, the right. Oh my God, you killed a body double. Me. And then he's like drinking a drink or whatever. I guess that's a meme. I don't know.
Whatever. Like, I don't think that the president of the United States should be engaging in a rank conspiracy theory here, but the way that this Osama bin Laden shit happened, if that's not fertile ground for the conspiratorial mind, I don't know. No pictures of the body. The body was unceremoniously wrapped up and dumped into the ocean before it could be examined. And any proof that he ever existed, let alone fucking died at the hands of this guy or whoever, because it says he's the one that claims to have killed Osama bin Laden. Well, is there somebody else that claims it too? I don't know. Why can't that be confirmed?
They made propaganda, like a propaganda film, right around the time it came out that showed like what happened. It was like, oh, we know what happened.
So they were real shady about this whole fucking operation,
right? Which whenever that kind of shit happened, I mean, like the second they threw the motherfucker in the ocean, I'm like, well, we're never gonna have any closure on this now.
No,
I mean, we probably would. I mean,
like that's it's inconceivable why they would do that. It's absolutely inconceivable that the American government would take the most wanted man in the history of the American government and not snap a picture of his corpse and not like examine his corpse or have any proof outside of the military that he was ever engaged, let alone killed.
Well, they claim they have all that shit, Paul, but it's all classified.
Right. Why would it be? Why is it classified? He's dead, right?
Yeah.
What's classified about it?
Why was the operation was live streamed?
Like, why would his dead body be classified? Like, I get, like, maybe not showing the fucking helmet cam footage or something because you don't want to show tactics and shit, but why could you not just lay his corpse out and take a picture of it so that people can know he's dead?
We got him. Here he is. He's dead. You know, the thing is, like, they were, I forget what the rationale was for the ocean thing. I think it was something about, like, we don't want to martyr him or whatever the fuck. It's like you martyred him the moment you killed him. So,
yeah.
Like, that was just going to happen no matter what.
And further martyred him by denying him an actual fucking Muslim burial and dumping his body into the ocean.
Right.
So, yeah, you actually inflamed the tensions rather than cooling them with that. So that's a bullshit excuse. And they know that. I'm a dumb fucking stoner, and I know that. I'm a dumb fucking stoner, and I know that Muslims are very particular about how a body is treated.
So,
and
let's see what
wrapped up in a sheet and thrown in the water is not part of the fucking ritual.
So here's this particular version of the conspiracy theory. This is a QAnon one. Claims bin Laden's body double was actually killed in the raid, and then Biden then ordered a Navy SEAL helicopter to be shot down in order to stop the truth from coming out. As noted by the Daily Beast, Trump's retweet of the outlandish claims marks what is perhaps the president's strangest brush yet with far right-wing conspiracy. So,
cool.
Yeah, I mean,
conspiracy theories are dumb, dude. Like, whatever. Like, have a conspiracy theory if you want, but these ones are just retarded.
So here would be if I was going to do a conspiracy theory about the bin Laden thing, I would say they're not going to fake his death if they don't know for fact he's dead, or that he's like or they have him like in prison somewhere or something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course.
Because like they're not going to fucking say he's dead and then have him like pop back up because then they look like fucking morons. So they're not going to do that.
So here's what actually dead, or
Bin Laden was sick and he was on dialysis and shit. You know, so I feel like maybe the motherfucker just died of natural causes, and they're like, "Fuck, maybe we can use this as an opportunity to fucking claim we fucking did some heroic, rah rah, yay America, fucking bullshit, and we went in there and got him." You know,
yep,
that'd be my guess if I was to guess at some kind of conspiracy. But yeah, this one's kind of fun though. You know, we killed his body double. we're so embarrassed. Oh no, what are we going to do? How are we going to cover this up? I know, we'll fucking shoot down that Navy SEAL helicopter and kill those Navy SEALs so that they can't tell nobody.
Well, how do they explain him not being around then? He doesn't want to be?
Yeah, Bin Laden's just like, well, they gave me an out, so I'll just fucking lay low.
What better mic drop moment could Bin Laden have if he wasn't actually dead than be like, we have killed Bin Laden, hurrah, hurrah, than him appear in the video and be like, you didn't kill shit, bitch.
Dude, if the jihadis were smart, they would have had Bin Laden film about 2,000 videos, each one of them showing him holding up a different date. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Into the future, like so that he could constantly, he could always be alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dumbass jihadis.
Yeah, they suck. They're no good at their jobs. But yeah,
I could do a better job.
Think about if we were fucking just chilling. Everything's fine. Nothing's fine. It's horrible. It's 2020. But everything's as fine as it is. And then all of a sudden, the Statue of Liberty gets blown up or something. Oh my God, the Statue of Liberty has been destroyed or whatever. And then Bin Laden comes back out and he's like, ha ha! You thought you got me, didn't you? Nope.
I am here. I have destroyed your statue. I'm coming for your Disneyland next.
Yeah, leave Disneyland alone, Bin Laden, please, please.
He's a madman.
Trump shared a picture mocking Joe Biden as a nursing home resident as polls find seniors abandoning the president. Ooh, that headline rhymes. So here's the tweet, and it's actually pretty funny, to be honest. To be fair.
Let's see it.
We gonna load? Let's
loading.
Keep them dogging loading. All right.
Yeah, I saw this.
Biden for president.
It's a bad Photoshop job.
And for some reason, they Photoshopped Biden's head onto this old dude, but it's pointless because he's already an old dude. There's no fucking point in this. But whatever. So, they slap Biden's head on here. This doesn't make there's a couple reasons why this is a really stupid attack that makes no sense. One, Trump is also really fucking old.
He's 4 years younger than Joe Biden.
You click on the fucking Walmart Trump, dude. The
This
scooter
one?
Trump. Yeah.
It's better. Okay, so to be fair, also, that is a way funnier Photoshop. And in fact, I'm retweeting that, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna retweet it right now too, man. I love it.
Did it retweet? I don't know if it
beautiful.
retweeted or not, but whatever. Yeah, I did. Okay.
That's fucking beautiful, man.
That's a very pretty picture. I love it. But anyway.
It's a very stupid attack for Donald Trump.
But the other reason it's stupid is because, of course, Trump has actually been underperforming with old people compared to what he was doing before, at least according to polls. So this is a really, and even if old people vote more than most voting blocks. They have nothing better to do in their lives. Like young people can be, they can be aloof, they can be disaffected, they can be like, whoa, yesterday was supposed to be voting day. It could be, all that shit. So, but old people, they don't have nothing better to do. They're like, I'm gonna go vote for that clean cut. It's like whatever. So I don't know, man. I don't know. You should age-based attacks politically. I don't know. Kind of a nonsense. Maybe if Trump was a young dude himself and he was trying to fucking do some kind of age divide shit, but I don't know. This doesn't make no sense to me.
I'm gonna vote for that whippersnapper, Bo Biden.
Oh, look at him. He's so young, full of vim and vinegar, the Joe Biden. Look at him. Oh,
his name is Bo Biden, you old coot.
Oh, sorry.
Well, you know what? Look, if you're an old person like Biden, you're like, dude, Biden's fucking, he's Trump senior. They're probably like, he should treat Bo Biden with more respect.
Back in my day, we used to respect our elders.
This whippersnapper president needs to check his privilege.
Maybe that's the real reason they wanted Joe Biden. They just want they're like, look, we need to guarantee to have all the old fucks vote for us. So
and let's remember too, one of the reasons that Joe Biden won the fucking primaries is because old people showed up in record numbers to go support his fucking old ass.
Yeah.
Like, literally, it was supposed to be the year that the youth vote showed up big, but actually the voter turnout was up, but it was up amongst the old people. The old people were like, no, I don't want no Bernie Sanders. We got to get Joe Biden in there, by gum.
Not Bernie, anyone but Bernie. He's a communist. No.
So, like, I don't know, man. I think Trump's playing with fire with this one. Don't fucking piss off the olds, especially if you're trying to win an election. These are the motherfuckers that actually vote. Come on.
Oh, I talked to, like, Mom and Steve, and anyone that's older, I'm like, you guys vote? And they're like, you're voting. I am voting. Like,
I didn't put my life on the line in Korea to just elect a communist here in our own country. We need Bo Biden is what we need.
Well, they also see they also experiencing that cognitive decline, and Joe Biden makes them feel better. Like, look, he's still up there doing a pretty good job.
He stammers just like me, and
I like to, and they're like, he's doing great. Good job.
He's just as rambling and incoherent as I be.
No, he's slightly less, TJ. That's the whole thing. Is like that's like their aspiration at this point. Like, I could be like Joe Biden. I could remember things some of the time. That'd be awesome.
Joe Biden, did you see him in that last debate? He only lost the plot 14 times. I lost it at least 30. The man's sharp as a tack. What the fuck, bro?
Oh, there's some nice dentures on Biden. I wish I could afford a pair like that. I'm still using the wooden ones like George Washington used to use. I remember meeting George Washington as a boy.
I'll be honest with you, that's like the best news I've heard about Biden's chances for winning has been like shit like this. Like, a bunch of old fucks want to vote for Biden. Like, okay, if that's true, then he'll probably win. I mean, but like everything else, like the youth vote will show up or all this other shit's like, whatever, dude. I ain't fucking the youth vote. The unicorn that is.
The ever-receding mirage of the youth vote. There it is, just on the horizon.
I made fun of you when you said that shit, TJ, about Bernie. You're like, the youth vote. I'm like, TJ, if you're hinging shit on the youth vote, I feel real fucking bad for you.
I know.
If you said the old people vote, I've been like, okay, I feel you there.
Bernie should have appealed to the olds.
Young fucks don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck till they're old. They're like, I got nothing better to do now. I'm a middle-aged man or woman. Like, hey, politics. Everyone's talking about that. It's like, that's a fucking thing when you get a little bit older, generally. Not always.
I mean,
Bernie should have done. Bernie should have been like golf carts for all. Like some shit old people like.
Maybe would have won that.
And you know what? You know what always fucking perplexes me every election cycle?
What's that?
I just can't understand why young people wouldn't be invigorated by these candidates that they keep throwing out. I
mean, look at them.
Yeah.
I mean, I
can't understand why young people would want to stop doing whatever they're doing and spend fucking 6 hours listening to these two old toothless men yammer their fucking gums at each other, man. Why don't they want to participate?
What's wrong with you, youth? What's wrong with you? Come on.
Well, like when we were teenagers, guys, remember it's like, hey, two geriatrics are gonna go ramble and talk over each other at this debate. You want to watch it?
Hey, PJ. Nope. Hey, PJ, you want to come out and get stoned and maybe bird dog some chicks tonight? Nah, man. I got to stay home and watch Joe Biden and Donald Trump flap their old empty gums at each other, man. Oh, shit, that's tonight? Can I come over and bring all our friends? It's time for some activism. You're right. Get out of here.
I'll bring the fruit punch. Sugar-free, of course. Thousands of Amazon workers demand time off to vote. I haven't heard anything from Amazon about what we can do to make a plan to vote, one Amazon tech worker said. Thousands of Amazon tech workers Tuesday night signed an internal petition urging the company to offer paid time off for its workforce to vote on or before Election Day. While Amazon is the second largest employer in the country, with 1.3 million U.S. workers, including Whole Foods employees, it does not offer paid time off to participate in federal elections. Should just be a national holiday, by the way. More than 1,500 Amazon tech workers added their support to the petition 1 hour after it was launched internally Tuesday morning. By noon, the petition had reached 3.2 thousand supporters. The call is hosted by the company's internal ticketing system, which is used by workers to submit requests and tasks to be completed on the job, like fixing bugs found on a website. It's also used internally as a way for employees to submit requests for changes to company policies like benefits. We are less than a month away from the 2020 U.S. election. I strongly urge the company to provide the entire U.S. employee workforce with a paid/day/shift off that can be used anytime between now and Election Day on November 3rd. The petition, hosted by the company's ticketing system, reads, the additional day/shift off must be available to all employees every year. Well, there's not an election every year. Employees who support the call for time off to vote are signing on by adding a +1 to the ticket or leaving a comment of support below the petition. Amazon spokeswoman J.C. Anderson said in an emailed statement that the company has given employees information on how to register to vote and request time off. Oh, thanks for the information, you dumb bitch.
It's almost like, TJ, that these businesses have failed in this regard, and anyone who's a proponent of electoralism should be demanding that there be a law passed, at least in their state or federally, that just gives everyone the day off to go and vote.
I mean, to me, this is just like a no-brainer, especially for a company like Amazon who, like, last I checked, Trump has a hate boner for Jeff Bezos. So Jeff Bezos should definitely want to let his employees off to go work because he.
Let me ask you a question, TJ. Did Jeff Bezos make more money under Obama or Trump?
I mean, he's definitely making more money under Trump, but I don't really think that has anything to do with Trump. I think that's just like the nature of where Amazon.
Oh no, it does for sure.
It has the trajectory of Amazon.
Oh, I have to disagree with you mightily there. Trump's done everything, pretty much all the most pro-business policies possible.
He gave Jeff Bezos probably the biggest tax cut he's ever gotten in his life.
Well, that's true.
What are you talking about? Why would he want Trump out? Why would he want to let his probably remarkably leftist fucking workforce get out there and vote?
Come on, we know Joe Biden is not going to crack down on businesses like Amazon at all. I mean, he's going to be just as friendly to them. I mean,
I think there's a good chance that Joe Biden rolls back or reduces some of the tax cuts. And why would Jeff Bezos want to give an extra couple $1 million to the federal government when he doesn't have to?
I guess you're right.
Of course.
I mean, well, like, actions speak louder than words. I mean, he's clearly that is the position he's taking, because otherwise he would be letting his employees off to vote. I mean, I guess he, this company. Every company in America should be it should just be a federal holiday. First of all, it shouldn't be on a fucking Tuesday. No one should be expected to work on those days, or at least if you are going to work, you need time off to be able to go to the polls and fucking do what you need to do if you decide you're going to vote. And if you don't, go home and jerk off at least, go have a beer. I don't know.
Do you want to know something that's sad that's related to fucking Amazon? So my girlfriend used to work at a fulfillment center. She made a tweet the other day that I retweeted about asking people to please boycott Prime Day so that people have time to fucking vote, and so that people during a pandemic aren't having to work fucking 80-hour shifts and shit.
Yeah.
She, as of yesterday, I don't know if there's a bigger one today, was the number 2 trending on the boycott Prime Day hashtag. She has barely any followers.
Right.
So all of these activists and shit on Twitter that are just, Bo Jiden, Bo's gonna crush them. They don't have time to fucking boycott this fucking company that abuses their fucking, do they not understand that Jeff Bezos isn't going to do anything like this unless he gets hit in his wallet?
I mean, we heard about that
money from him.
We heard about that protest outside of his house where it was like 60 people or something. We were just talking about how imagine if there was thousands of people outside of his house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and even going with the fucking online slacktivism shit. If like a good chunk of people would agree to boycott Prime Day, it would send a message. But nobody wants to do that because it would be an inconvenience. Everybody loves Prime Day. That's when you get 10% off your TV. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we can't do that.
Deals like that, Paul.
We can't wait a week. We can't wait a week to make purchases for Amazon to send a message that we don't like you mistreating your employees and not allowing them time to vote.
You know what I've seen today?
Live.
I was just noticing this today driving around. So And I think I don't. I was like driving around today because I had some errands to do before the show, and I noticed at least I noticed 3 delivery trucks riding around that are just Amazon branded. No longer, not FedEx, not UPS, just Amazon. I also saw a giant Amazon branded fucking semi truck driving around.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, this is just cropped up recently around here because it used to be like Amazon shit was delivered by FedEx and UPS and shit. And I'm sure that some of it still is, but like I'm seeing more and more Amazon branded delivery stuff. Like,
Oh, dude, they're
it's just
the new
like
Walmart, dude.
their shit's everywhere all of a sudden. Like they're taking over. Like
They've
this is
taken over. They're
this
not
is
taking over.
I mean, there's still some competitors for Amazon out there, but like, effectively,
like there's competitors for everybody. Are
Sure.
there any fucking viable competitors to Amazon that you can?
No,
think
there's
of
no.
when
I
it
mean, like
comes-
this
no.
is. I mean, like I guess. I mean, you could still consider like the king of the box stores, like a Walmart, a competitor.
Yeah,
to Amazon.
Walmart. Basically, the only other competition they're going to have are other huge companies. But I mean, to the level of Amazon's going,
No.
With their
Amazon
Prime
and look,
shipping and
and
their
this is
fucking 2 days.
it
and
ain't
you've
slowing
got it
down either.
shit.
Like this is like
No.
Jeff Bezos is going to be rich. I mean, like if we thought we'd fucking witnessed obscene wealth before, like Jeff Bezos, the wealth that Jeff Bezos is going to control is going to be like the wealth of nations.
He's gonna be a trillionaire in 10 years if things keep going the way that they do. And there's a good chance that things increase sharper.
Right.
And he's a trillionaire quicker.
I'm thinking, man, I don't know if I know it's not based on anything but a gut feeling, but I swear he's going to get there quicker.
I do
I would
too.
not be shocked.
I wouldn't be shocked if he's already there on paper.
Yeah,
You
somehow.
know, if you know what I mean? If you fucking count all his assets and his liabilities up, I'd be willing to bet that he has access to about $1 trillion worth of funds now. But certainly he'll be on the books as the world's first fucking trillionaire within 10 years. Period.
And it's just like, are we gonna do anything about that? Are we gonna stand?
Are we gonna start trust busting in this country again, or are we just gonna like passively let the robber barons eat up all the competition so that we have one company that does everything?
Right. I mean, hey, AOC, you stood up to Amazon putting a fulfillment center in your city. Maybe start talking about trust busting this fucking company. Maybe talk about breaking this motherfucker up.
Not just this company, the media companies, the news organizations, all of these fucking newspaper companies that are conglomerating under ever larger fucking trusts. These technology companies that continuously buy each other up and buy each other out of the market. The video game industry, which is all being gobbled up by EA and Microsoft.
Break them up. Break these motherfuckers up again. It's time to really start talking about this again. I mean, it's been time, but like this is
time.
It's fucking time, guys.
Like
Last time we really started
The
talking
best
about it was
time, the best
Microsoft.
time was yesterday. The second best time is now. All right, let's do it.
People don't even know that there's an analog to this in American history. That there was a time when these robber baron fucking corporations got so powerful that you couldn't do business in this country without them taking a little piece of the profit.
Yep.
And eliminating any competition ruthlessly. And the federal government had to step in and break these companies up. And those laws over the last 100 years have been slowly but surely weakened to the point of fucking non-existence. They're doing it again. They've been doing it again. Just like we all got our fucking heads in the sand on this shit, dude. Why do you think you're seeing Amazon trucks everywhere?
Right.
Happenstance?
I mean,
No.
we're talking about a day where they're gonna have drones flying around everywhere. They're gonna have trucks flying around everywhere. Not flying, but driving down the streets, vans, trucks, drones. They fucking talk about fucking giant floating fucking fulfillment centers in the sky that are just like distributing goods among the population, like some kind of crazy fucking sci-fi dystopian shit. I mean, like, come on, break it down. Break it down. It's too big. It's gotten too big. It's too powerful. Break it down. You don't have any democratic say in Amazon. An entity that's not accountable to the people shouldn't fucking exist. That's that big and powerful. Like you can't allow it to rival fucking federal powers. For fuck's sake, you have no say in what Amazon does. You can't allow it to get that powerful. The people are more powerful than Amazon for now. They won't be in 10 years. They won't be in 20 years.
Only just. And
Yeah, that's what I'm
it's the
saying.
people people that are responsible for this, because a lot of people know that Amazon is a shit fuck company, but man, I love that Prime. I'm guilty of this too.
Me too.
Sure.
I order on Amazon all the fucking time.
Especially since the
So-
pandemic
Everyone here
started.
I mean, yeah, what else are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to a store and risk getting COVID, or I could just order this and have it in 2 days.
Right.
Hmm.
And every time
You know
you
what
do, Jeff Bezos
Well,
is just
shopping
like,
has just
ooh, I
been
got a little richer, got a little richer, got a little richer, got a little richer. My money pile just keeps growing exponentially. Look at it go.
back in the 90s, people were, it was like, buy online, you're crazy. Then the early 2000s, more and more people like, oh, okay, well, you can do it safely. And then just every year, people have gotten more and more into it. And then we have a pandemic, and it just accelerates the timeline. Because this is always going to be a reality. I mean, the point is, a lot of people increasingly are never going to actually go to a store to shop. There's probably people that were totally changed over to that. But I think increasingly you're just going to see that happen, because what's the fucking point? If you can literally have almost anything you want delivered to you within a day or immediately, like Amazon in some cities, like when we lived in Washington, you get stuff same day. Like, oh, order that. Yeah, we'll have it to you that day. So then it becomes a point of like, should I even, who gives a shit? If they have a fulfillment center right up the street, I can get that within an hour. There's almost no difference between me going and buying it from a store, if I know that I want that product, than me actually going to the store. It just seems like a burden to me then. I mean, they've just mastered these logistics so well in certain areas, and they're just increasing that footprint. Like, the reason you're seeing those Amazon trucks is because there's not enough coverage in this area. So they've said, you know what, FedEx, these other companies, they're not going to give the resources that we're going to give to get to these consumers faster. And if we can do it faster, they're going to order more, because we've done studies that show that the faster these people get the product, the more they're going to buy. So it's just like they've mastered this shit. And you guys are right. If they go unchecked, they'll just gobble fucking pretty much everything up. There maybe will be one or two token competitors, like Walmart and Target merged, and now they're a company. Now they're another huge mega corp that's just doing the same shit.
Targmart. I don't know.
Dude, let me read you a little something here.
Sure, go ahead. Then after that, it's time for the plebs to go.
Of course. So working with the increase in Bezos' net worth, you can calculate what he makes per second this year.
Okay.
Jeff Bezos has added $67.4 billion to his net worth just in 2020 alone.
Right.
As of August 12th. So this is a little older. I'm sure he's had quite a few more. Over a span of roughly 7.5 months. He's making about $8.99 billion a month, or $2.25 billion a week this year. Breaking that amount down, Bezos is making $320 million a day, $13.4 million an hour, and $220,804 a minute, and $3,715 a second.
Yeah.
24 hours a day, every day.
Because, in a country where we see homeless tent cities, one person definitely deserves to control that much wealth.
Yeah,
that's definitely justified for one person to control that. He earned it. He earned that kind of wealth, you guys.
Well, that's all you're gonna hear. Oh, you want to take his money away, TJ? Where does it end and where does it start?
I'll tell you.
Take money, but
you know where it ends? Somewhere fucking reasonable is where it ends. It ends where a guy like Jeff Bezos, who creates some innovative shit and creates a company that obviously we all find useful, it ends with that guy getting reasonably compensated for what he's done. It doesn't end with him more wealthy than nations. It doesn't end with him more wealthy than legions, okay?
He's already got more personal money than the gross domestic product of a number of smaller nations put together.
That should not... it shouldn't be. It can't be. If you allow that, you're just like, you're asking you're asking for the destruction of the entire fucking world. And you're getting it. You're getting it. You know what you really ordered on Amazon? The destruction of everything that you know and love. Okay? So, fucking, I don't know, break it up. Do something. Just throwing it out there. All right, plebs, get out. All right, the plebs are gone. Now we're here with our beloved patrons only. Ah, so beautiful.
Feel cleansed.
2020 general election early vote statistics. So 14 million people have already voted, which is, of course, a crazy unprecedented number for this kind of early voting. So here's a little few statistics on that. Democrat affiliated voters have requested 23,405,794 ballots. About 3.7 million of those have been returned. Republicans have done about they've returned about 1.5 million out of 13.6 million requested. Minor, I don't know what that means. Like, because minors can't vote. I don't know what the minor means in this context, but whatever. They haven't requested many. No party affiliation. We've seen about 1.2 million of those return out of 14.7 million requested. It says here the total is 6.5 million. But the headline I clicked to get here said that 14 million have voted. So I don't know what's. I'm sorry. Voters have cast a total of 14.5 million ballots in the reporting states. So I don't know what. I don't know what Florida? This breakdown must be. This breakdown is only for these states, I guess. That's the reason why this is distorted. Florida, yeah, Florida.
That's crazy because that's
so
a huge
nearly
nearly
2 million people have already voted in Florida, according to this. So I don't know what the breakdown of that is, but this is just kind of like unprecedented early voting. And I know Paul brought up the possibility of a
the Red Mirage.
What was it called? The Red Mirage or something like that. And I think Paul might have stepped out for a moment, but basically the idea
Paul had to go eat some more banana bread.
The idea behind the Red Mirage is basically that there would be so many the mail-in ballots are disproportionately going to favor Democrats. Therefore, Trump might actually be ahead on election day, but then once all the mail-in ballots are tallied, that lead might disappear, and it might turn out that Joe Biden actually won the election, at which point there would be a Supreme Court challenge, at which point Trump's Supreme Court would just say, nope, Trump won. Which is the big fear. That's the big fear about how Trump is going to steal the election, basically.
Well, Biden basically has to win the election handily. Like, if it's at all close, no. It'll be disputed. I could see another fucking 2000 Florida situation going on there. You know what I mean?
I mean, it could make 2000 Florida look,
Oh yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could even be worse. It can make. It can make. I mean, we could be longing for 2000. Oh yeah, 2000. That wasn't so bad. They just kind of stole the election that time.
Yeah.
The
reason I pulled this because it kind of bolsters that a little bit, where you see that way more Democrat ballots have been requested than Republican ballots.
Well, you look at, there's some more stuff here to parse. Go to turnout as a percentage of 2018.
Okay, or 2016, you mean?
Or 2016, my bad.
So this is 2% in Florida.
Wow.
17.8%. 10.1%, 8% in California.
Nationally, voters have cast 10.5% of total votes counted in the 2016 general election. Excuse me.
Right. So about 10% of the amount of votes that happened in 2016 have already happened just through early voting alone, basically, is what they're saying, right?
Yeah. And Florida, they're saying 20%.
Crazy.
So it's 1/5 of the electorate. I mean, that's a huge number. In fact, so right now, I mean, that obviously favors Joe Biden.
I read that as 2.1 earlier for some reason. Yeah, 20%. Right.
Yeah, some states it's like, South Dakota, Minnesota.
South Dakota is huge. That's like a quarter of the people who voted in 2016 have already voted early. Wisconsin, it's a full quarter.
Well, I mean, I think everyone knows this election is going to have.
In Vermont, it's damn near 30%. So it looks like. I mean, the election this year looks like it's going to have higher turnout than 2016, most likely, based on these numbers. Yeah. And also, I mean, like, it just shows, like, so many people have already fucking voted. I was actually, Louisiana is one of the states that they don't allow mail-in voting for COVID because we suck, even though we're one of the worst COVID.
There's very limited exceptions. Like, you have to be over 65, or you have to be a caregiver for 2 people over 65. It's like There's very strict rules. So you can't really vote here, but you have to go in person.
Right, and I am actually going to probably be doing that soon. So, whatever. So here is a story about one of the reasons why democracy is so the American form of democracy is not taken super seriously, because you always hear about shit like this. So a USPS special agents raided the home of a QAnon-aligned mail carrier who allegedly hoarded and threw out several bags of undelivered mail.
Basically hoping that the mail-in ballots would be destroyed.
Right. So there was a remember when Attorney General Bill Barr warned of felonious mail carriers susceptible to bribery and all their manner of criminal instincts in furtherance of some agenda to undermine the results and legitimacy of a largely mail-in 2020 election? That doesn't appear to be what happened here, but the United States Postal Service, USPS, special agents reportedly raided the home of a mail carrier in Baldwin, Pennsylvania over the weekend after receiving a tip about bags full of undelivered mail being thrown out. According to the Pittsburgh City paper, that individual is Sean Troche, and his social media activity is rife with far-right QAnon-aligned references to satanic pedophiles, memes that say the media is covering up child sex trafficking and reporting on staged race riots instead, Pizzagate, and more. Troche shared on multiple occasions the post of QAnon conspiracy theorist Liz Crokin. For example, Crokin said in June that it wasn't surprising nor a coincidence that celebrities like Chrissy Teigen and Patton Oswalt bailed out criminal rioters, considering there's proof that those celebrities are pedophiles. No, there isn't proof of that. There are also references to tyranny of lockdowns and quarantines, which recently motivated an alleged plot to kidnap at least 2 state governors. KDKA, citing neighbors, reported that USPS agents raided Troche's home on Sunday and confiscated 8 large garbage bags of suspected undelivered mail that he allegedly placed on the curb to be thrown out in the garbage. The USPS Office of Inspector General confirmed in a statement that agents indeed recovered several classes of mail, including some first-class mail. Special agents recovered several different classes of mail, including business mail, flats, and a small amount of first-class mail, said the statement. We expect to perform a piece count of the mail tomorrow and make arrangements to have mail delivered to customers as soon as feasible. As you can see, there was no indication in the statement whatsoever that the mail-in ballots were in these bags. I mean, you got to imagine they were, all those mail-in ballots in the mail. Yeah, this dude is clearly stealing mail to try to fucking sway the election Trump's way and to do his part to fucking be like, I will make sure none of these damn Democratic fraud ballots make it to the the
what
polls.
A crazy dude, TJ. There's so many reasons he's crazy. He works for the federal government, essentially.
Right.
So, but it's so bad, but he works for it, and that's what's buttered his bread, obviously. That's been his fucking job for however long he's been doing it. I guess his career has been cut short. But in addition to that, like, everything we've heard about this is that, like, oh, it's some lefties trying to steal the election. And then the only fucking proof we've ever had of it so far has been some QAnon asshole going, no, the cabal must end. They're going to try to take Trump out. Why else would he throw out the fucking mail? What's the reason? Oh, I mean, obviously he didn't go through every piece of this fucking mail. He's hoping, like, if I do my part and I just keep doing this, a bunch of these lefties, these Democrats aren't going to be able to vote, and then Trump's going to be reelected. So good.
I have nothing to say about this, just like the last few stories.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, guys. I had a phone call I couldn't fucking...
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking. It's a shame because we were talking about your favorite subject, Paul.
Which is what?
Voting.
Yeah.
All about votes. An uncontroversial subject. No, we were just talking about this crazy QAnon dude who like was basically hoarding mail to like keep ballots from reaching the polls and shit.
Cool.
Yeah, he just all these. I don't know if this is a real picture, but basically there was like several garbage bags full of people's mail that he was just like.
It says courtesy neighbor, so I'm assuming this actually is where it was.
Yeah, so these are all garbage bags full of mail that this guy did not deliver.
You know what though? He had time to put out a pumpkin thing, so his landscaping looks good.
Yeah,
he just wants to.
He's in the Halloween spirit. Not really the Halloween spirit, actually. They're just like general fall decorations.
Yeah, like he's into fall. So I mean, I guess
he probably thinks fucking Halloween is satanic with all his stupid beliefs. Unmasking probe commissioned by Barr quietly concludes without charges or any public reports. So, The federal prosecutor appointed by Attorney General William Barr to review whether Obama-era officials improperly requested the identities of individuals whose names were redacted in intelligence documents has completed his work without finding any substantive wrongdoing, according to people familiar with the matter. The revelation that U.S. Attorney John Bash, who left the department last week, had concluded his review without criminal charges or any public report will rankle President Donald Trump at a moment when he is particularly upset at the Justice Department. The department has so far declined to release the results of Bash's work, though people familiar with his findings say that they would likely disappoint conservatives who have tried to paint the unmasking of names, a common practice in government to help understand classified documents, as a political conspiracy. The president in recent days has pressed federal law enforcement to move against his political adversaries and complained that a different prosecutor tapped by Barr to investigate the FBI's 2016 investigation of his campaign will not be issuing any public findings before the election. Legal analysts feared Bash's review was yet another attempt by Trump's Justice Department to target political opponents of the president. Even if it ultimately produced no results of consequence, legal analysts said it allowed Trump and other conservatives to say Obama-era officials were under scrutiny as long as the case stayed active. The department, both under Barr and Trump's previous Attorney General Jeff Sessions, has repeatedly turned to U.S. attorneys across the country to investigate matters of Republican concern, distressing current and former Justice Department officials who fear department leaders are repeatedly caving to Trump's pressure to benefit his allies and target those he perceives as political enemies. I mean, he doesn't perceive them as political enemies. They're political enemies to him.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you're not really supposed to use the power of the federal government against your political rivals. Not that Trump's not the first to do it, of course. No. Carrie Kupek, the Justice Department's top spokeswoman, had first revealed Bash's review in May, after Republican senators made public a declassified list of U.S. officials, including former Vice President Joe Biden, who made requests that would ultimately reveal the name of Trump advisor Michael Flynn in intelligence documents in late 2016 and early 2017. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so the Trump urged this investigation on. His attorney general fucking spearheaded this probe and, basically turned up nothing. So.
Oops.
Just another example.
Man, they love this shit, don't they? These fucking big investigations that turn up nothing. That's been the story of 2020.
I know, right? We looked into it. Turns out, nothing really there. Sorry.
I mean, but you know what? We had suspicions.
But we looked into it though. Couldn't find nothing, but that doesn't mean he ain't up to something.
Not just Washington, dude. There's always a scandal. There's always something that needs to be investigated. Oh, Democrats are in power. We have to investigate Trump's abuses. If they win, that'll be day number one. We got to look into what the Trump administration did. Oh, my God, the insane practices. All the terrible things they did. Republican administration comes in. We got to look at what these Democrats were doing. They were lying. It's never ending.
Got to see what dirt we can dredge up for the next time we need it.
That's all it is. It's just political posturing. That's all these investigations ever amount to.
Amazon fined by OSHA for coronavirus safety violations at 2 California warehouses and nowhere else, of course, because everywhere else is good. California's OSHA division fined Amazon $1,780. Okay, they're done, guys. They're done.
Over.
You know what?
Wait a
earlier
minute.
When I was making that
that's
big
half a second of Bezos' money, guys. Half a second Bezos lost there.
Earlier when I was making that big declaration that no one was standing up to Amazon, I stand corrected, you guys. I stand fucking corrected here.
An entire $1,780, man.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's finally.
I mean,
put them in their place. Spank them, OSHA. Spank them.
It's actually way less than half a second of Jeff Bezos' money. Way less. It's like a millisecond of Jeff Bezos' money. He's making fucking. Let me see his income per second.
It's like 3,000 a second, right? Or more.
Yeah, $3,715 a second this year. His largest day this year was July 20th, 2020, when he made $150,463 a second that day.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
well, that day, doesn't even touch it.
But Amazon's feeling like, why'd you even write this story, Annie Palmer? Why'd you even bother telling me about this? And
Amazon plans to appeal the citations.
Of course, Because Amazon's like, hell no, we ain't paying. Well, the thing is, if they do pay that, then potentially like they could be fined in other places as well. So that's why they're fighting it, because they don't want to even, they're not going to let. They'd rather spend fucking $50,000 fighting this shit.
Yeah, even if they fine them $1 million, it would just be a joke. It wouldn't matter.
If they find them anything less than like $300 or $400 billion, it would be a joke to this company.
I think every time Amazon does something wrong, fucking Jeff Bezos should get punched in the face by someone of moderate strength.
That's once again why we need to bust these trusts up, because how do you punish these giant companies that make $1 billion a second? You know what I mean? Like how do you punish them?
Take that, you brute.
There's only one way to punish them.
They've quadrupled the fine that they pay before the check is even signed. As they're signing the check to pay the fine, they've quadrupled the amount of money that they're sending.
Here's Jeff Bezos should just fucking he should just spit on the government employee and be like, there you go, my spit's worth more than your fucking fine, bitch. Take that to the bank, cash it in. Like, oh my God.
I want to get some Bezos spit.
I know. That shit's probably valuable,
dude.
Spits
on you, and he's like, "Oh, look, I spit on you. Give this guy like 5 shares of Amazon." Thank you, sir. Just walks out the room. That's all he would need to do. Just give you a couple shares of Amazon. It's like $3,000 plus a share. So
dude, I wish.
Go ahead.
Dude, that shit. That the Amazon stock used to be like a joke. It was like a punchline. You know what I mean? Like Amazon stock was a fucking joke for the longest time.
If you bought Amazon stock in like 2000 and held it for 20 years. Oh my God, dude. It's an insane amount of money.
I don't even remember pulling this. Is this one of yours, Paul?
Yes.
Okay. Bay Area suspect nicknamed Medicine Man arrested in biggest retail theft bust in California history. Wow. On Tuesday, California Attorney General Xavier Becerra announced that 5 suspects behind one of the biggest theft rings in state history were arrested in a multi-agency operation called Operation Proof of Purchase. K-Pix reported that over $8 million in household goods, including $1 million in razors, were recovered on a raid on September 30th. They were stolen primarily from CVS retail stores, investigators said. So this is like a fucking shoplifting ring, basically.
Like how the fuck are they lifting this? How are they stealing this much, though?
Lower level thieves or boosters brought the stolen merchandise to San Francisco's Tenderloin, where they were paid $1 or $2 per item by crew leaders. The items then allegedly made their way to Danny Louis Drago, a.k.a. the Medicine Man. This is going to be a movie in a couple of years, by the way.
Yeah.
Who police say stored the goods at 16 sites through the Bay Area. The items were then sold through a wholesale shell campaign run by Drago, claims the Attorney General's office, as well as online through sites like Amazon. Oh, they keep cropping up.
Even
fucking
Amazon.
This is organized crime. This is just total paint by numbers organized crime. They buy it for way less and they sell it for way more.
So basically, like this group of these criminals have just been like, they just go to these fucking people on the street and shit, like, yo, hey, anything you bring us, we'll fucking pay this much per item and shit.
Well, there's certain like essential items like razors. Like, look, these razors retail for like $20. You give it to me, and I go and sell it on Amazon for like $10. Yeah, and I give you like $2 for it.
It's just, I mean, it's crazy. I never would have suspected you could fucking really just like pinch this much merchandise just through shoplifting.
Because this seems like these rings, TJ.
This seems like the kind of shit you'd have to fucking like hit up a truck for or something. But no. Just
see, everyone thinks of it as like someone, pulling some Fast and Furious shit, dude. It's all just money changing hands. Like, oh, someone's gonna fucking deliver this load here, and they're gonna tell me when and where. And basically, this is an unguarded warehouse, and we know exactly where to go in, and everyone's been bribed or paid off.
But this is literally just people. This is literally just dudes walking into the store and just like grabbing shit off the shelves and stuffing it onto their person and walking out, and then turning it into this location here.
Why do you think razors are locked up in most stores, TJ?
Right. Yeah.
This is why.
I just had no idea. I had no idea you could there was this much money in this.
Dude, there's so many rings. Like there was one here, the J.C. Penney here, that the thieves went in through the fucking roof, dude, and stole like millions of dollars worth of merchandise. There's been dealerships around here where they've stole millions of dollars worth of fucking rims. There was a cell phone store around here, AT&T, that all the new iPhones came in, and just at night, crazily enough, dude, they came in the night before.
I was
and they
there.
were all stolen.
I was fucking there when it happened. I wasn't there when the fucking thieves were there, but I fucking drove past it and with the cops all out there in front of the fucking the store.
Yep.
And it was like you could
It's
tell
like
something.
$100,000 worth of iPhones.
You could tell something huge had just happened. It was over I was over fucking grabbing some fucking Popeyes chicken at the time. You know?
Oh yeah, sure. There's a Popeyes right by there. Yeah.
Right. And I fucking was like, what the fuck is going on over there? And then we found out the next day that like there was a huge fucking, theft of iPhones from that fucking store. Crazy shit.
Damn.
It's like fucking.
Well, you got people making $15 an hour who basically just get into these stores. So like, oh yeah, let's rob. I have a job there. Oh yeah, by the way, come in this night and rob all this shit, and then we're just gonna fucking skip town.
I remember there's this old HBO documentary that showed how easy this shit is. Like it was called it was about a town that had been completely and utterly destroyed by crack, and they followed some of the people in their daily lives and shit. And one of these dudes just like walked into a Walmart. He's like, he has a dude with a camera with him, and he's like, come on, I'll show you how to do this. Walks into a Walmart, goes right to the sporting goods section, grabs a $250 set of golf clubs, and then just walks out. And nobody says anything to him. It's just like, whoa. You know what I mean? It's that simple.
Wow. I'm in the wrong
Well,
business.
I should be
running a goddamn a shoplifting ring, man.
Well, you guys have to understand that these guys know the policies of these stores. Like most of these people will do nothing to stop you. They can't, or they'll lose their job. So it's like if I go and I grab a TV and start walking out, they're not going to do anything about it. Like that's it. They're like, no, I ain't fucking with that dude. Let him take the TV.
I mean, they might try and get your license plate number or something. If you jump into a car and drive away with it, but beyond that.
Yeah, assuming that's actually tied to my vehicle, which, if I'm smart, it's not going to be, or it's going to be a fucking car that I'm going to ditch, after I fucking, a few miles down the road for another one.
Yeah.
Dude, if your name is Danny Luis Drago, just go by Drago. That sounds cooler than the Medicine Man anyway. That already means fucking dragon. Come on.
Nah, I don't know, dude. Fucking the Medicine Man, that's a cool ass fucking organized crime name. It's like the Rainmaker from fucking,
I don't know.
Looper.
Oh, Looper. Yeah.
If I had the chance to be called the Medicine Man or Drago, I'd definitely go with Drago.
What if your name was already Drago though? Like that would be a pretty bad.
It might lose a little bit of its cool factor, I guess.
Yeah,
it'd be a pretty bad code name, right?
Yeah, it'd be a pretty bad alias. You know what I mean?
I mean, hey, like if you're running a crime, it's like you said, like if you got that many people coming to you constantly, because to actually make any money in this, you have to have so many people bringing you shit that like you're just like destined to get caught. There's no way you're gonna get away with this for long. Like, you know what I mean?
I guess not. I guess the proof is right here in front of us.
Yeah, the fact that we're reading about it like pretty much tells you that, but.
Oh yeah, some low-level person got busted and it's probably like, I know, we'll fucking dismiss your charges as long as you give us the fucking Medicine Man.
I guarantee you that's what happened. They rolled some fucking crackhead trying to steal a bunch of razors, and he was like, man, I'm just doing it for this guy.
And the Medicine Man made me do it.
Who's the Medicine Man? His name is Drago, I think.
Maybe the Medicine Man. Maybe the Medicine Man should have paid his fucking underlings a little better, engendered a little loyalty.
Yeah, because I mean, like you're not gonna fucking. Oh, I'm not gonna roll over. I would never betray the Medicine Man. He gives me $2 per fucking razor I steal. Or he turns around and sells them for like $20.
Yeah, but capitalism does not vanish just because it's fucking black market shit, dude. In fact, it can get a lot worse because it's like, oh, you're gonna roll on me? Oh, it's no problem.
No, that's where you see
roll on shit, bitch.
That's where you see the true essence, actually, of capitalism, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
11. Oh, this is the coolest kid ever, dude. 11-year-old charged in Louisiana after allegedly stealing school bus, engaging in police chase.
Dude, he lived the dream.
Dude, my first reaction when I saw this story is like, can we like raise bail money for this kid? Can we get this kid a good lawyer?
Yeah, seriously. All he did was fulfill the childhood fantasy of literally every child that's ever ridden a school bus. I don't know about you guys, but I used to dream.
Hell
We
yeah.
would
Fuck yeah, dude. You know what? I saw this actually on Live PD too. Not this one in particular, because obviously they canceled that show. But there was a fucking one of the episodes where they chased the kid driving a school bus, dude, and it was crazy. What I mean, those things can take a lot of fucking damage and deal a lot of damage out. Like they could not really stop him until he fucking just wrecked the thing out.
An 11-year-old in Louisiana is facing multiple charges after allegedly stealing a school bus and taking it for a joyride. Police in Baton Rouge allege the preteen saw the bus at an early childhood education center, figured out how to turn it on, and began driving. Video from the incident Sunday.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Let's see that.
Let's
Fuck
see this fucking
shit.
footage here. This is great.
The cops are
Yeah, this
just.
does look like
man.
Baton Rouge.
He's got the entire police force on him.
There's got to be more from this, right? That can't be the only video of this shit.
They stopped videoing before the fucking.
Yeah, it's
bus
like, let me
stopped.
stop before they pass by, you know?
Is that what? That's all they have in that video?
Yeah.
6 seconds.
And it doesn't even get to the part where the
Dude, what
bus
the fuck,
fucking goes
dude?
by. Like, what the hell? Hold on. I'm going to
Why
say.
would you stop filming?
Yeah, no one would stop filming there. That doesn't even make any sense.
Maybe he sold it to a fucking news organization. He probably did.
Yeah, maybe.
This type of footage gets sold to news organizations, and you're not allowed to fucking.
Yeah.
Now they.
I don't fucking know, but anyway, so the chase lasts about half an hour. There's definitely more footage of this shit out there. Before
Way
the
more.
bus crashed into a gas line and a tree in a woman's front yard, causing severe damage to the bus. Thank goodness he was okay, Libby Smith, owner of the property where the bus crashed, told CNN. He was safe, but it was not your typical Sunday afternoon occurrence for sure. So we're blessed in that blah, blah, blah. I don't care how blessed you were, you dumb bitch. While there were no injuries reported, the boy has been charged with theft of a motor vehicle, aggravated flight, 3 counts of aggravated damage to property, and aggravated assault, according to local news station WAFB.
I think he should be allowed to go free.
Maybe they got some footage.
I found some. I found.
Here's some
footage
pictures at least.
Oh damn, dude!
Fucked it up.
It was a shocking scene for some drivers.
Oh, wait.
in Baton Rouge this
Here we
morning
go.
After an 11-year-old stole a school bus and took police on a wild
Sirens, but I just didn't really know what was going on, so I'm looking around to see if I need to get out the way.
Turn the volume up, TJ.
Maybe.
Expecting a child to zoom past.
Hold on.
As it got closer and closer and closer,
It must be my fucking. Hold on. I gotta fucking change some
Yeah, the
settings on the
volume is
fly.
super low.
No, I need the mixer. Fucking stupid piece of shit, man. Goddamn motherfucker. I don't know why it fucking. Whatever.
it's a little boy in there, and he was laughing. He's like giggling on the way across Florida. So he gets right past me. I see it. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's a boy, little boy.
This kid, man.
He's a pimp.
I mean, we need to fucking bail this kid out. We need to fucking get this kid like the top lawyer money can buy. We need to fucking make it sound like the kid. In fact, the kid needs to sue the fucking owner of the bus for being irresponsible with where the bus was placed. You know.
I agree.
You know,
TJ,
this is
I
everyone
agree.
else's fault, for fuck's sake.
Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it, TJ. You clearly care about this. Open up your wallet and open up your heart. And
I'll
get this
do it.
Kid the
I mean,
All
I
right.
can't. I mean, I don't have enough money to afford to fucking do it single-handedly, but I'll fucking start a GoFundMe or something.
Got more money than this kid's family does, man.
Another video
I
shows
probably.
the
I don't,
young
you don't
boy
know
taking
that.
on
Why?
the
Because
brand
he's
new
black? You just assume he's poor because he's black?
I mean, you know, if his family had as much money as you, they could have just bought him a fucking school bus, TJ.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I got $1 million. That's right. I forgot
Yeah,
about
I
that.
saw it online. You're a multi-millionaire, I think.
Oh
I
shit.
mean, I've seen TJ's account, so I can verify that TJ is like. I think TJ makes like. He doesn't make Bezos money, but he makes like $100 a second or something.
Yeah, I
ridiculous.
envy that fucking Jeff Bezos 3,000 a second or 3,700. That's crazy.
Well, TJ just rake in the dough, guys.
I only make $100
$100
a second, so you know.
TJ can buy and sell the
Government in
school bus
lockdown.
like it's
You
nothing.
see the bus bouncing over several curbs. Baton Rouge police tell us the 11-year-old took the bus from Progress Head Start School. They say this type of bus starts up at the push of a button.
Dude, he's on fire, dude.
Oh, a Head Start school? Okay, that's I'm pretty sure it's the school where the kids that fuck up go to.
Yep.
So
Sounds like.
Yeah. Ooh.
Dude,
well,
so apparently this bus is, all you got to do to start this bus is just like press a button. You don't even have to have a key or nothing. You just go in there and press a fucking button and the bus just starts.
Cool.
So that's
you
pretty
figure
dope.
that have more of a protection or security mechanism than like push a button.
So like what school buses have not figured out like key technology, man? What the fuck?
Like, what is this key you speak of?
What if they had what if they, instead of push button starting, which has always been the standard, what if they had like this little piece of metal that was cut in a certain way that it would only fit in this like little spot that would turn the thing on, No,
I mean,
sense.
I mean, that sounds like, I don't think something like that's even feasible, Paul. I don't really think that kind of technology even exists.
I can't believe
in
you're
this
entertaining
world.
this asinine, insane thought that Paul is speaking.
I mean,
of.
we
Paul,
gotta fucking, I mean,
don't
look,
even speak of such a thing again.
occasionally Paul has something worthwhile to say, but then every now and then he gets these crazy futurist sci-fi notions in his fucking head about weird pieces of metal that you turn. Like, that's like, you've been reading too much Blade Runner, Paul. You've been reading too much fucking science fiction, Isaac Asimov shit, guy. You're crazy. You're
Push a
off.
button and start
You're
the
off your
bus.
fucking
Come on,
rocker.
Paul. Everyone knows that.
There's only one way to start a vehicle. That's by pressing a fucking button.
Okay,
That's how it's done.
I got another crazy sci-fi idea here then. So let's say, okay, all right, fuck my stupid, piece of metal idea.
Outrageous idea. Outrageous fucking idea.
What about putting something on the door that would prevent it from opening when the driver of the bus and is not in the bus?
How the hell? Well, then how's everyone else supposed to get in then, Paul? Doors. The whole purpose of hey, Paul. Maybe you need to look up the fucking dictionary, the definition of the word door. Okay, because a door is meant to open and to shut. That's what it does, Paul. If you have something that's blocking the door from opening, that's not a very useful door. Okay. Yeah. So yet another crazy like. I'm just tired of fucking smacking you down all day, Paul. These ideas are nuts.
If you lock a door, Paul, you're already inside. So, I mean, you want someone to live inside the bus or something? Is that what you're saying? You want the bus driver to live on the bus?
I wasn't thinking of that. Well, you're right. You guys are right. This is.
So the point here is that this kid is not at fault. The person who owned this bus is at fault. This kid's completely innocent. And in fact, I think this kid should get a medal for fucking living the dream. Living the fucking dream.
We're going to sue the police. We're going to sue the state. We're going to sue the county. We're going to sue everybody. I'm sorry, the parish. We're going to sue the parish. Everyone's got to be sued.
Yeah, don't forget the parish.
Fucking parish.
The kid's even going to sue his
parents. Quit trying to be
for not
special,
walking
Louisiana. Anyway, we're not even done with this video. There's more.
Trip around the capital city before hitting a tree in Libby Smith's front yard in Central.
I'm thinking, what in the world is going on? And my first thought was,
what in the world is going on?
That quote. Whenever something weird happens and they find somebody, that's always the first thing they say. It happened, and I was like, "What's going on?" That's new. That's the quote we need to hear.
Like maybe you hear it, that makes sense. But after you see it, it's like what's going on.
I mean, and they edit this to make these motherfuckers look like dipshits too, because they always show it to you, the viewer, after you already know everything that's going on, thus making her bit seem worthless. Like if they open with this, she's like, "I heard this noise," and I was like, "What's going on?" You might be like, "Huh, what was going on?" And then your curiosity is like sparked or
Hold
whatever.
on, TJ. What are you saying? What's going on?
I'm sorry. What's going on?
Yeah, weird mispronunciation there.
I'm sorry. It was fucking, I have weird dialects and shit. I meant to say, what's going on?
Yeah.
On, TJ. What's going on?
No one was hurt, and officers got the young boy off the bus safely.
Thank goodness he was okay. He was safe. But it was not your typical Sunday afternoon occurrence for sure. So we're blessed in that it didn't do.
Are you saying this doesn't happen to you every Sunday? Huh.
We're blessed that a child almost crashed a school bus into our house, man. God is great.
works in mysterious ways, let me tell you.
I love it.
Do any more damage than what it did.
Police took the boy into custody. He'll rack up several charges, including theft of a motor vehicle and aggravated flight, 5 years before he can get his license. Donovan Jackson, WAFB.
I have a feeling he's gonna have a hard time getting his license.
Well, not.
I don't know what it is, but
give him a vehicle. Dude, I think
he's gonna have a real hard fucking time.
Dude, he's an 11-year-old kid. He fucking knew enough about how to drive a bus to evade police capture for 30 minutes. That's a fucking top-tier bus driver if I've ever fucking heard of one.
Dude, there ain't no way it's
this motherfucker will get you to he will get you to your stop on fucking time.
Yeah.
He doesn't care if even the police are on his ass. Fuck those cops.
Yeah,
Fucking
he don't give a
I'm
fuck.
getting you there on time.
Not hell or high water is going to stop him from getting you where you need to go, all right?
Maybe you know what? That might be his future career, bus driver, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
That makes sense to me.
Extreme
Makes
bus drivers,
fucking
dude.
sense
I mean,
to
people
me.
don't think about it now, but imagine if you had a bus driver that gets you there on time. Traffic, no problem. He's got a fucking bumper on the front.
Just
to push
barrels
those
right
cars out
through
of the
them
way.
motherfuckers. Plus, if we do end up in the Mad Max universe, like that kid's, he's got some fucking skills to pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta learn to fucking steer clear of them trees, and But he's only 11. He's still learning.
I mean, he's learning. Come on, yeah.
This is from the Sun, by the way, so this might even just be completely fake. But
The Sun.
Side effect: man, 45 is the first in world to go permanently deaf from coronavirus. Docs warn.
Oh shit.
My coronavirus deafness. Ow!
Wait a minute.
Doc photo.
Wait a minute. You're telling me if I get coronavirus, I may never have to hear any stupid shit ever again?
Yeah,
Yes.
you might want to go out there and fucking start licking some
Paul's gonna be
doorknobs.
outside.
Paul's out there like, you got any pennies I can lick?
Gonna sick COVID patients cough on me?
Paul just hanging out in front of the hospital. You have COVID? You have COVID? You cough. Cough in my face. Cough in my face.
I'm tired of hearing stupid shit every day of my life. Can we get some COVID blindness too? Because that'd be nice too. I'm tired of looking at stupid shit too.
A 45-year-old man has become the world's first to go permanently deaf from coronavirus. The case is the first in the UK. Experts have said sudden permanent loss of hearing is linked to COVID-19 infections in some people. The case in the UK comes after experts at the University of Manchester said that people who have recovered from the virus have reported a deterioration in hearing as well as conditions such as tinnitus. The study, supported by the NIHR Manchester Biomedical Research Center, surveyed 121 adults admitted to Wythenshawe Hospital. They were questioned over the phone 8 weeks after being discharged from the hospital, and they all said, "What?" When asked if they had experienced any changes to their hearing,
that joke, TJ.
13.2%. Well, I'm just saying, it's kind of weird to.
me!
I mean, don't you think it's kind of weird to fucking conduct a hey, did
phone
you
interview?
experience any hearing loss over the phone?
What?
What? Huh? What loss?
Yes.
What?
I think they just mark you down as yes at that point, TJ.
It's like, yeah, okay, you have.
Yeah,
what-
you've got it. Sorry.
But what if they're-
I do. Why, yes, I do enjoy my salad tossed. Thanks for asking.
Send a girl right over.
I'm game.
When asked if they experienced any change to hearing, 13.2% said their hearing was worse. So, not a major symptom, but, some people have reported that as an after effect to dealing with the virus. So, just another thing to
Wonderful.
look forward to.
I love this graphic they have. Virus enters through the nose and mouth. It then finds a host cell in the respiratory
Well, you got to remember,
system.
this is the sun. So, like, you're lucky it's not
I thought
literally
it was
like
just
a
little green
a
glowing
crayon
balls of
drawing, so-
coronavirus in your lungs. Like, this is what happens to your lungs. It's like, oh shit, that's bad.
And by the way, I said crayon just to please you people. I could have said crayon like I
Crayon.
normally want to, but
I say crayon, dude. I don't care. Me and Taylor
Crayon.
fought about this
Crayon.
for fucking years, dude.
and if you guys don't appreciate it, I'm gonna start calling them crowns, and then you'll get really fucking
A
pissed.
crown.
Virus enters through nose and mouth. It then finds a host cell in the respiratory system. The host cell then bursts and infects other cells nearby.
Do the viral cells have to be like really pixely and lame looking?
Yes, that's
Okay,
how it works,
well,
dude.
Fair enough.
Little pixel virus. How it can kill. Most victims of the virus die from complications, including pneumonia and swelling of the lungs. Sounds fun. The virus also causes swelling in the respiratory system, which can make it hard for the lungs to pass oxygen into the bloodstream, leading to organ failure and death. Blah, 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 blah. Basic coronavirus 101 shit. If you don't know it by now, fucking whatever. What have you been doing?
And what rock have you been living under?
But I don't know how You know, if I was going to do a story like this, I would explain, like, how does this affect someone's hearing? And then, you know, give me a diagram of that because, you know, that's what this story is about, right? So I don't know. We're having, like, this general, like, coronavirus for dummies
TJ.
pamphlet in the middle of the fucking article. You know what I mean?
Maybe the U.S. Sun will tell us more, TJ.
No, it's not going to. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, here we go. The author said that the virus has previously been found in cells that line the ear. So basically, instead of finding a respiratory cell to fucking pop in, it fucking goes and finds one in your fucking ear canal. So there you go.
Oh, at least the guy made it.
Yeah. What's going on here? Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, sorry. The formatting on this is a little weird, but whatever. Trump yard sign rigged with razor blades left town worker needing 13 stitches.
Damn, people don't like their Trump signs stolen.
A town employee in Michigan had to get 13 stitches after he sliced 3 fingers on razor blades attached to the bottom of a Trump 2020 yard sign. The 52-year-old municipal employee in Commerce Township, about 400 miles northwest of Detroit, was asked to
40
remove...
miles.
Sorry?
It said 400.
Oh, 40, I guess. 4,000 miles northwest of Detroit, was asked to remove signs that violated a city ordinance, the Oakland County Sheriff's Office said in a news release.
You said
Signs-
4,000 miles.
Oh, I'm sorry. 4 million miles northwest of Detroit, was asked to remove signs that violated the city's ordinance, the Oakland County
TJ,
Sheriff's
you're a piece of
Office
shit,
said
dude.
in a news release. Signs are required to be 33 feet from the center of roadways, and
But
political signs...
TJ, hold
Yes.
on. You said 4 million miles.
Oh, is it trillion? Okay. 40 trillion miles northwest of Detroit. That's not even on the plan anymore, unless they're talking about, like, circles. I mean, that's crazy. You know, I believe that adds up to, if you do that, 40,000. I think you end up actually only just being 40 miles northwest of Detroit at that point. So
Yeah, if you do
Interesting.
the 4 trillion mile loops.
yeah. And you kind of end up, it's really crazy. You end up not too far from where you started. And political sign, anyway, so the fucking sent out this poor municipal worker to go fucking remove this fucking sign not because it's a Trump sign, like they literally just lined razor blades along the bottom of this thing so that anybody who tries to pull this sign up is going to get their fingers sliced. So,
These liberals gonna love the surprise I got for
this dude's trying to remove the sign, not because he's like some angry Biden voter, like, fuck this Trump bullshit, which I'm sure is who they were trying to target. But this is just a municipal worker who was like trying to remove this sign because it was in violation of a city ordinance where the signs can't be, say, a political sign in the yard of a home was 9 feet too close to the street. So they have to be a certain distance from the fucking street. There's a law that says that. So this guy was sent around to go fucking move signs back. Like, hey, you can't have this sign this close to the fucking street. It's a fucking hazard for whatever reason. The city's decided it's a fucking hazard. And, you know, whether you agree with the city's decision or not, whether you agree with the politics of Trump or Biden or fucking anybody else, doesn't fucking matter. Don't fucking booby trap signs, because the guy who fucking gets sliced by it might not be the fucking libtard piece of triggered shit that I want to fucking, if they try to remove my sign, they gonna fucking get for a surprise, motherfucker.
Don't booby trap signs anyway. It's a piece of cardboard.
Hey, here's another thing. Just don't booby trap anything. Like, you don't. Here's the problem with a booby trap. It's not discriminating. So, like, let's say, like, you booby trap your house because, like, there's thieves or something. What if you one day have a heart attack and someone calls 911 and then the fucking EMS gets fucking a pickaxe through the head from your dumb booby trapping ass, you know? Or, you know, like, anytime you just set up a booby trap, there's a fucking pretty strong chance of it affecting someone that you didn't intend to affect. And really, you shouldn't be trying to hurt anyone with a booby trap in the fucking first place, you fucking psycho. So... I also love the word booby trap just because it has booby in it, but
booby trap.
The man drove himself to a hospital where he received 13 stitches. Man, that's a fucking shit day. You're a municipal worker. They fucking give you some fucking grunt task. Go out there and remove any signs that are too close to the fucking road. You're like, all right, whatever. You go out, you fucking start doing it. It's drudgery work. It's fucking monotonous, tedious bullshit. You fucking get to this one sign, like, all right, I'm going to move this one back now. And then it's like, what the fuck? Ow! And then you're bleeding all over yourself. And then you got to fucking drive your own ass to the hospital, bleeding all over your own fucking car and shit.
That job sucks, right?
Yeah.
Not a great job.
Yeah.
That guy saw the razors and was like, man, this is my chance for some paid time off. Oh, no! The Trump sign done it to me. Why? 911. Workman's comp, please.
Workman's comp. Disability. Oh, no, it cut some important...
You know
I
what
got
this is,
carpal tunnel
TJ?
now.
This is nothing more than a liberal leech on the system, trying to find a way to not have to do an honest day's work for an honest day's pay.
All right, so according to WDIV, the homeowner said she has had several campaign signs for President Donald Trump stolen, including a large banner. She said she told the sheriff's deputies some signs disappeared from her yard recently, but were returned. She said she had been unaware of the razor blade. Oh, unaware of the razor blades. Come on. You weren't unaware of no razor blades, you dumb bitch. Oh, what? Like who? No one else? Like what? Some other person went and booby-trapped your sign? I mean, okay, so the only other fucking explanation that would even kind of make sense is some fucking like person who hates Trump being like, I'm going to booby-trap this sign so when she tries to take it out again, it's going to cut her. But that's not what happened. You booby-trapped your sign to fuck because you were worried about sign thieves taking it, so you're like...
Just put some up on your fucking roof or some shit, dude. Just put some up like higher up where people can see it. I mean, it's unlikely anyone's going to come onto your roof to take down a fucking sign. If they do, you have a pretty much clear-cut case of trespassing.
Fucking psychos.
You know, putting a sign in the yard I've seen those signs get kicked over by plenty of people. Like, now there's some serious signs you can build too, but whatever.
Phoenix has hit 100 degrees on record-setting half of the days in 2020.
Nice and warm. My favorite.
And okay.
Nice, cool, dry climate up there.
It's a dry heat, Paul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking
Well, this
roasting, dude.
This window seems to have frozen, so I guess we'll just enjoy this headline for a moment.
There you go.
So it looks like the amount of bullshit they try to put on this page, which I'm surprised this is not being blocked anyway. Yeah, the amount of bullshit they put on this page has apparently fucked my shit up for a minute. But now it seems to be working. The unrelenting and unprecedented heat that scorched Phoenix all summer, setting records, has carried over into the fall. Now it is poised to set another blistering milestone, the most 100-degree days that has ever been observed in a calendar year. On Tuesday, the mercury in Phoenix climbed to at least 100 degrees for the 143rd time in 2020, tying 1989 for the most such instances on record. The 1989 record could fall as soon as Wednesday, when a high temperature of 101 degrees is forecast. Half of
That's
the days,
right now in Phoenix too.
143 out of 287 of the year so far, equivalent to 20.4 weeks, have hit 100 degrees. Several more such days are likely. The intensity, frequency, and duration of hot weather in Phoenix this year fits into an ongoing and expected trend in the warming world. In recent decades, Phoenix has averaged about 110 days hitting 100 degrees or more per year. That's up about 75 in the mid-1920s. In addition to tying and soon breaking the record for the most 100-degree days, 2020 becomes the 8th year since 2000 that ranks in the top 10 for most such days since records began in 1896. The fall has brought little relief from the punishing heat. October averages 3 100-degree days, but 2020 has already produced 10, with more to come. So, what I'm getting from this is everything's fine, and climate change. Climate change is. I don't understand these climate change is a hoax, people. At this point, like, how would you even organize this conspiracy? Like, you tampered with all the thermometers from 1920 to now to make it seem like we're just having more and more of these fucking 100-degree days.
Are you really saying you miss winter, TJ? We're about to live in a tropical paradise there in Phoenix.
Oh yeah, look at it. There's fucking
look
seconds away from.
Look, there's still plants there, TJ. It looks
seconds
great.
away from palm trees sprouting up. Oh yeah, those. It's just a lush green landscape. Absolutely.
Damn right it is, TJ.
So beautiful. It's a tropical paradise. Look at it.
Yeah. It's gonna accelerate. There's no question about it. The planet's warming. And every 10 years, and every year it just itself, but every 10 years we're just gonna see it just it's gonna be at the point where Phoenix is probably gonna experience like a majority of its time its weather is gonna be just insufferable. Maybe There's some I can find. You can actually look up what's going to happen, like, or what they obviously what they predict is going to happen with different cities with weather. So let's see, Phoenix. Let's see, temperature rise. Okay.
Pull it up, Scotty.
Climate change has increased the average temperature in Phoenix by 4.35 degrees since 1970.
Lies.
And it says heat is killing more people as cities sizzle in hotter temperatures. Oh,
Lies. Lies, Scotty. All lies.
Let's see. Rise 2050.
Oh.
Oh, you can move on. I'll see if I can find it.
Okay. Virginia residents warned to stay away from hairy, venomous caterpillars. Let's see this. Look at them.
There is a big difference between these tent caterpillars that I had wandering around my fingers in May and these exotic-looking cousins, known as the white hickory tussock moth caterpillar. What a name. These
What a name.
What a name.
What a name.
little guys are harmless. Mr. Exotic carries venom.
You ever seen these things around here before?
Yeah, they're actually pretty common. They are an invasive species, so at some point they had to have been introduced. But
Chad
we
Gore,
see them all the time. I've seen them all
PhD.
the time.
Sounds like a fucking action movie
Entomologist
waiting to
Dr.
happen.
Chad Gore of Ehrlich Pest Control says those little white hairs
It's time for me to control these pests.
The doctor is
some variations
in.
are actually other colors.
No, this is.
Have
I'll tell you what, guys.
microscopic
Something I found
bars
about Phoenix is crazy. They estimate by 2050, 147 days, heat index above 105,
Oh, I believe it.
on
and
the
since 1970, so everything's just increasing there.
critter has its own variation of a venom.
The hairs embed into the skin, and then they pull away from the caterpillar. So they're left behind, and they cause a dermal reaction.
Gore says they aren't lethal, but
It could be just a minor or no response at all to a minor response to something that's kind of creating a pustule.
and if in
Okay. So they give you a little pus bubble, maybe. But maybe not.
Man, those things are so cute. They're worth a pus bubble
Yeah.
to me.
I'm going to go ahead. Fuck you. I'm going to pet them caterpillars, bitch.
Fuck you. I'm going to get 1 million of them and lay in a bathtub naked and pour them on me.
Yeah? All right. Fine. Fine, Paul. You go ahead and do that.
I'm going to swim in them.
Pustule Paul, dude.
Yeah, dude. Pulstule.
Pulstule. I love it. Yeah, so there's little semi-poison caterpillars or whatever. I mean, I don't give a fuck.
I mean, it's cute. What do you mean you don't give a fuck?
All right,
There's
go
not
ahead.
enough death, destruction, misery, and carnage in this one. It's just about a fucking caterpillar I never learned about. Fuck this. Moving on.
Sorry, go ahead. Do your
No,
little...
that's fine.
Okay. You got something more to say about the caterpillar?
I think we're pretty much done with it.
Oh, okay. Well, then fuck you. I'm moving on.
Yeah, move on.
All right, this is actually the last story. This is a story. Finally, you know what I mean? Like the time has come, you guys. Bronze statue of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Sorry, when I think about her, when I think about Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Anyway, I gotta be strong. To be unveiled in Brooklyn during Women's History Month. Ginsburg was born in Brooklyn in 1933 and raised in the borough. A bronze statue of hometown legend Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg will be unveiled in Brooklyn, New York during Women's History Month next year. Ginsburg, who died last month at age 87, was born in Brooklyn in 1933 and raised in the borough. The statue will be placed in front of City Point, a residential and commercial area in downtown Brooklyn, according to a statement Tuesday from City Point. The reveal will be on March 15th, 2021. Mark your calendars to honor Women's History Month and Ginsburg's birthday, according to City Point.
Man, I hope the official statue looks better than this one.
Yeah.
Oh, no. This is the statue, guys.
This is a pretty ass statue right here.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you can depict her from any point in her life, why would you choose, like, when she was an old lady?
Yeah, depict her when she
Like,
was
yeah,
young and vibrant.
Yeah, depict her when she was a little bit
The
younger.
statue.
You know? Right. The statue doesn't have to be about, like, what she looked like when she died. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's not withered enough, and she doesn't have that look on her face that late stage cancer patients have. Let's make her.
I mean, like most of her accomplishments were when she was like not young necessarily, but like show her to prime.
Like younger. Is that the actual statue?
I don't know. It keeps saying that a statue is going to be unveiled,
but then
like,
there's
why are we? I mean, like I don't know what we're looking at here. It seems like it can't be what they're going to unveil, right? Because they're unveiling
it. This is a bronze statue. Did they just make this? Is this just like
I don't know. If there's no,
they just like 3D modeled it or whatever.
I am not sure. I don't. I mean, I'm confused by it too because it's like.
Yeah, I guess it's not a great statue. I have to admit that. Like,
this has got to be.
If you want to honor her, that's not the best statue.
I mean, I don't.
It's ugly as shit.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. It doesn't fucking tell you a bronze statue. It just says one will be unveiled on March 2021. So I don't know what I'm looking at here.
Well, hopefully it's not this one.
But I mean, I'm assuming
you can't maybe this is somewhere else. Maybe there's already. Let me just see.
Yeah, like what is this? Like maybe this is an existing statue of her that's like somewhere else, or maybe this is really just like a computer-generated model. Or
it says Gillian Mark. I'm guessing this is the statue.
Or maybe this is like they've.
Well, how are they gonna unveil it?
Yeah,
though?
like you can't unveil it if you're already showing pictures of it. That doesn't even make sense.
I'm not sure. Maybe it's not done.
I hope not. I hope their plan is to melt it back down to bronze and start from scratch. Because
anyway, I hate this kind of fucking feel goody statue. I mean, I'm so sick of statues at this point. I'm just done with statues as a fucking concept.
You don't want to be like fucking 60 years old and watching a bunch of young like Antifa members kick this statue over because they've retconned Ruth Bader Ginsburg into the enemy.
Right. That's the thing is like I mean, look, I don't really believe in like this whole like let us enshrine the past. Look at this. We must always remember the tale of Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
I think this is the statue because I searched for bronze statue of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. This keeps coming up, and every news organization is running with a variation of this.
Okay, so
the same statue.
Here's what I'm saying then. The statue sucks, dick. If you're gonna make a fucking statue of Ruth Bader, like show her when she was like in her prime, first of all. Like the prime of her life when she was really fucking making the biggest impact that she made.
And flatter her even so.
Right.
Like,
and then,
like
you're supposed to like, it doesn't have to be 100% accurate. You're allowed to like idealize and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a very meek statue.
It's a shit statue is what it is. It looks,
I mean,
looks like shit.
Not,
like what's going on with the legs?
She looks nervous too. She's like got her hand full.
No, I hate the statue, dude. If this is what they're unveiling, then no.
From a distance, it kind of looks like it's a statue of Orville Redenbacher in a graduation gown.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not down with this statue. Like, if you're gonna make a statue, make it better than this. But more to the point, don't make a statue.
Like, I'm gonna share my screen real quick.
Okay, so I'll just unshare mine because I'm done. This is the last story anyway. So
yeah, because like I keep finding these pictures. I think this must be the fucking statue, which is real sad. Real. Really sad because it's ugly as shit. It shows like the base of it in this picture. Here, let's see. There we go. See?
Yeah, let me take a look. I mean, I don't know. It kind of almost looks fake. This has got to be fake, right? This is not even.
I'm gonna zoom in and see if we can do some pixel analysis.
I mean, I'm not.
Is this like an artist rendering?
The pixels do look a bit fuzzy around the Ruth Bader Ginsburg shit here. So maybe this is just an artist rendering.
But like maybe it still kind of looks like this might be the design they're going with though. So
probably so.
I hope not.
Yeah.
She looks like Yoda.
Yoda.
Oh, do not.
Yoda.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know about this statue. I guess people will they'll like it. They'll like
Blind justice is. Just give her some long ears, and people probably lay fake like lightsabers at the bottom of this, thinking it's Yoda.
Yoda.
You know what? She doesn't look like Yoda, you know what she looks like? What was fucking the Spaceballs name for Yoda?
Yogurt, dude.
Yogurt?
I'm pretty sure.
What's that?
Pretty sure.
Dude, she looks just like.
Let's see it.
Let me see. Yeah. Yeah. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, dude. Here she is. Check her
Statue
out.
of yogurt.
Hold on, I'm gonna. Yeah, God damn it. This is the tiniest picture. Why do people even put 300 by 300 pixel pictures up anymore?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Did somebody tell me this shit? Size large. Show me the yogurt. Give me the yogurt. Yeah, there he is. All right, this is just an artist rendition. It looks a lot like that fucking bronze statue, though. Hold on, let's.
Oh my god. Oh shit, dude. Oh fuck.
It's a statue of yogurt.
Oh man. You gotta
They can
tweet.
salvage it, guys.
Paul, you gotta
They
tweet
just
this,
take
dude.
Ruth
I'll
Bader
retweet
Ginsburg
this
off.
shit.
They put yogurt, Spaceballs on it. Boom.
There he
And
is.
the statue is appropriate.
Yep, there he is. There she is.
What the fuck, dude?
This statue is horrible. Melt it and start again.
Dude, please retweet this shit. Or just tweet it out. Just
You go
like-
ahead and do it.
You want me to do it? I'll
Yeah,
do
you
it.
can steal the joke. I don't care about Twitter.
Yeah,
you do.
TJ, you go ahead and we'll retweet you.
You were tweeting like a fucking storm the other day. Whatever, fucking son of a bitch. I don't care about that.
It's a love-hate relationship with Paul. Some days he loves it, and some days he hates it.
I don't use
Some days he
Twitter
just
for the
hates it.
memes, TJ. I use Twitter for the fucking.
I mean, I don't normally do meme shit either, but like this is too good. This is too fucking good, man.
The statue is horrible, man.
It's fucking horrible.
Oh my god, it's hideous. It is fucking hideous.
No. How's it being unveiled? If that's the, I mean, I'm guessing that maybe it's just an artist rendering of what it's gonna be, but it's, I don't know. Maybe if you see it in real life, no, it's gonna suck. There's just no other way of looking at it. I can't see any sort of redeeming quality with the statue.
There isn't one. There are none. There
Like,
officially no.
Dude, no, Gina, go to that mask one. Or Paul, who's in charge of this? Paul, are you doing
This
it?
one here.
Yeah. Oh no, dude.
This is a doll of yogurt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! Oh no! It looks the same.
Oh fuck, dude.
Oh man. Poor Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Shit
the
on
hell?
after she's dead, man, with a shitty fucking statue like this. Come on, man. You have all the license in the world to embellish when you're doing a fucking big bust of somebody or a full statue of them. Like, put this bitch on a dragon. Give her long flowing hair and a sword and a torch or something. You know what I mean? Like, make her awesome.
And then
I'll tell
like
you what.
she's shouting like a battle cry, like for womankind or some
Yeah.
shit, you know?
When me and Stevie watched, we watched basically the rise and decline of the Roman Empire, and the guy would show all these statues, and like obviously like during the period where Rome was really thriving, like these really intricate and beautiful statues, and as it progressed, they got worse and worse and worse, and it's like, oh man, that's not a good sign. If this is a statue we're giving someone to honor them, it's like, oh, it just says a lot about the state of America.
Oh. Yeah, dude. She should be fucking riding a giant T-Rex and screaming, "Row! Wade!" You know what I mean? Like,
I'm pretty
it
sure
should be
the Art
awesome.
Museum's got one they can maybe loan. You know, like
Why
a
not?
life-size T-Rex, put the statue on that. That'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, bronze dip an actual T-Rex skeleton, and then put a skeleton that's supposed to be her on top of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Skeleton tribute.
That'd be sick. That'd be sick. This is shit. Look at this. I can't even know. Dude, this is hideous and sad. It's just, my God, why are they trying to, why would they do this to her? Why would they do this to her? What did she ever do to be made into fucking Mel Brooks?
I don't know, man. It's
Nobody
brutal. I mean,
knows.
like, That's a terrible fucking design. I hope that they fucking get some negative feedback or something that like
They won't.
I hope so. Oh,
It won't
wow.
happen, guys. We'll just be dismissed as misogynistic assholes, and
Yeah.
the statue will go as planned.
What a bunch of misogynists we are.
Of course, we definitely are.
How's that tweet doing, TJ? Did I give you a good joke?
I'm trying to figure out what to caption it with. I have the two
How about-
pictures set up.
My friend Paul is the funniest man I've ever met. Earlier, he compared. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'll
of
do it.
course.
I don't know.
No,
Genius.
dude.
I ain't got
Genius
nothing.
level IQ, friend.
Why-
Genius
why do you
level
have to-
IQ.
why
My
do you have to
genius
caption
level
it with-
IQ friend Paul recently made a very astute observation.
Why do you even have to caption it? Just put a picture of yogurt and then a picture of Ruth Bader Ginsburg statue.
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone loves some kind of stupid caption these days, but that was my instinct too. So I guess I'll just do it. Let people come up with their own captions to this shit.
The joke is, yeah, you could just say caption this, you know.
Yeah.
There you go, TJ. It puts it off of you, and it puts it on to people.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys
The
be
easiest
creative
way
for
to-
once.
Laziness.
You know that, dude. It's the easiest way to make content is to let other people make it for you, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
Caption this.
We should start letting patrons come on and do Flash Fried, you know, just rotate
yeah.
on a rotating basis.
It was
as
like,
a
you know
gift.
what? Flash Fried is our gift back to you, the fans. We let you guys do Flash Fried every week.
Yeah.
You guys done with the new Flash Fried yet?
Need to
When's
post
that new Flash
guys.
Fried?
Hurry up.
Chop chop. There's
Choppity
money to be
choppity.
made.
All right.
All right, I see it, TJ. I see it.
What do you see? Oh, the tweet.
The
He
tweet.
sees it.
I see it, TJ.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.